NK Telco Sports welcomes you to Ohio Northern University, where the Heidelberg Student Princes take on the ONU Polar Bears. Tonight's game is brought to you by Schwieterman Pharmacy, Francis Furniture, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, NK Telco, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, Kewpie Hamburgers. This is an NK Telco Sports production.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to Dial Roberson Stadium in beautiful Ohio. Week number 3 of college football here on NK Telco Sports. Big Dan Wilson alongside of my tag team partner, as always, Ron Bucky Buchanan, for today's homecoming game between Heidelberg University and Ohio Northern. Buck, both of these teams coming off some hard losses, and someone's going to walk away with a win here tonight, hopefully.
They certainly will. I think they'll, looking at last week's game, a couple of Hail Marys in that game, and Heidelberg came on the losing end of the game. Today's game is going to be interesting. You know, the keys of the game is going to be with Heidelberg is their offensive line. They struggled the last couple of games, moving the ball down the field. I think the second key to the game is going to be their defense. Their defensive, their fourth quarter has been slacking a little bit, so I think they're going to pick up. You'll see some aggressive play on the defensive side. Now, they're going to try to slow down a very good Will Freed that threw for over 600 yards in the last couple of games, and his main receivers with Reed and Allen is going to, you'll see them breaking away, breaking some tackles and going down the field. With Ohio Northern, their big key to the game is scoring early. They had a little bit of problems early going on. So, scoring early and then running, getting Justin Magazine out in the open where he's been dominating, if you will. And again, we have to talk about some of the field goal last week. They missed 3 field goals and 2 extra points, and I think that's going to be the third key for the Polar Bears today.
Well, it's going to be a pretty exciting matchup, a matchup that started back in 1897. This is the 79th meeting. They've met 78 times, and it should be a good one here tonight from Ada, Ohio. We'll be back with tonight's action right after this.
Schwieterman Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwieterman purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Good afternoon, everybody. Big Dan Wilson with you, alongside of Ron Bucky Buchanan for this afternoon's college football matchup between the Ohio Northern Polar Bears and Heidelberg University. Just a beautiful afternoon for college football, Bucky. Let's talk a little bit once again in the pregame about the keys to tonight's contest.
I think one of the biggest keys to the game right now, Big Dan, is the offensive line for Heidelberg. They've been struggling there and, haven't been able to get the running game and putting a lot of pressure on the quarterback sandwich. So I think that's going to be the biggest key. If Northern Ohio can get in there and put some pressure on them early, I think that, we'll see some scoring on Ohio Northern's side. The other thing is their Ohio Northern's offense has done extremely well in the last couple of games. 600 yards in the air, and you got Magazine's well over 300 yards rushing. He had 174 yards against Baldwin Wallace last week. So he's definitely a big key to that game. So we'll get the opportunity to see the defenses and how well they do early.
Well, again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, our friends over at Schwieterman Pharmacy, Francis Furniture, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, of course, our friends here at NK Telco, the Ohio Northern University, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, and Kewpie Hamburger. Our keys to the game have been brought to you by our friends at Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. We also want to take a moment, too, to thank our friends at Sydney Body Car Store for today's replay. And, of course, our scoreboard sponsor for tonight, First National Bank. Remember to think first. Well, this homecoming game here tonight is packed, Bucky, and people are still coming in from on both sides of the field, both for Heidelberg and, of course, looks as though the stands will be full here for Ohio Northern.
Oh, yeah. Great crowd and great weather we're having today. It's an overcast day, Dan, and a little bit of breeze like it always is up here in the flat area. But I think they're all excited. You know, last year's game against Heidelberg, they scored 52 points and rolled up 650 yards of total offense. I think that is and posted a 69 to 52 totals last year. So we'll get the opportunity to see a lot of good offensive play on both sides.
Well, Bucky, again, one of those days that, our viewers can see, it's very difficult to catch the numbers on both sides of the field. So, well, maybe not on the one side, but definitely for Ohio Northern as Heidelberg sets to kick off.
Yeah, it's very difficult, to pick out those numbers on a dark numbers on a gray backing. So we'll do the best that we possibly can with the numbers.
Looks like number 5 and number 8 to return for Ohio Northern.
That's a short kick.
It's going to be taken at the 10 to the 15. Has some running room up over the 30-yard line. And the Polar Bears will start with good field position.
Looks like number 42, Zach Marinoff, making a tackle for Heidelberg. And that's a real good that's a good start for Ohio Northern, picking up a 20-yard kickoff return.
Just underway, Dow Roberson Stadium, 1st and 10 from the 33. First possession of the game, we've got trips out to the right. And that's Will Freed in the shotgun position. Back there with him looks like Justin Magazine. Magazine shifts to the right. Fake handoff, play action, looking downfield. He's going to throw off to the right-hand side and tipped around, and it's going to be intercepted.
That was tipped up. It looked like it hit Price's hit him right in the hands.
Jared Wasson, it looked like the sophomore Jared Wasson was the one that came up with that interception.
Yes, he was. Nice tip. Well, when he tipped it up, there's nowhere to go with that, but
so Heidelberg 1st and 10 from their 44. Rolling right, looking, throwing, connects. Is the Heidelberg quarterback Sandwich. And he connects with their big tight end. It looks as though that is well, it'll be 1st and 10.
15-yard gain for Zach Hogan.
Sandwich in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers left and right. He's going to hand it off to the fullback. And scrambling his way is Brian Lacey, the junior from Cleveland Benedictine. Looks as though he's got enough for another first down, and Heidelberg on the move right away with their first possession of the game after the interception.
Zach Murgy, number 22, carousing him from behind.
And that one's not going anywhere.
Mallory, number 34, for the Polar Bears, making the stop. That's one thing that Polar Bears linebackers do really well. They can read, they come right at them, and they're very aggressive.
Sandwich, the senior, in the shotgun. 1 wide receiver right, 2 to left. He's going to hand it off to that guy, Lacey, and Lacey trying to turn the corner. He might get a couple of yards. Going to be short of the 20-yard line, well short of the first down. Will bring up 3rd and long.
Stout from the outside linebacker making a good stop.
3rd and long from the 22. This time trips out to the left for Sandwich. He's looking left. He throws left. The curl pattern gets knocked away.
Cody Cox coming up and making a nice block, man. You know, he's screaming for over the back, and that was just a great play by Cox coming up to make that deflection.
And that'll bring up 4th and long, and let's see if they bring out the kicking in the field goal unit. As it looks as though it could be about a 40-yard field goal on a beautiful day like today. He's got the wind actually to his back and a real nice breeze moving along the way there. So the place kicker, Stephen Smith from Colvert High School in Tiffin, to attempt the 40-yard field goal. There's the place. The kick is up, and it looks like it's long enough.
It's no good.
And it's no good.
Off to the left.
He had plenty of leg underneath that, but that'll turn the ball over to Ohio Northern. We got a timeout on the field. We'll take a timeout. You're on NK Telco Sports.
Francis Furniture's large selection of American-made furniture and the buying power of multiple stores gives us all the tools we need to make your furniture selection rewarding.
We carry the latest styles from brands like Serta, Broyhill, and Lazy Boy.
When you come to Francis Furniture, we will guide you through selecting the perfect recliner fitted to you.
I prefer to treat my customers like family, designing the perfect room for them to enjoy for years to come.
Let our years of service make for a superior furniture shopping experience.
Welcome back. 1st and 10 from the 23. And on the first play of their second possession, called a gain of about 7 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Chris Jones, number 12, along with 94, Ryan Malloy. Malloy, we're going to be calling his name quite a bit. He's a stud. He had a couple of sacks last week. We'll get the opportunity to see the big guy come out and play some good defensive end.
Hand off again to the fullback.
Clay Staub, number 47. There's really nowhere to go on that play, just right up the middle.
Well, I think our sponsors for tonight's contest, of course, are friends at Schwiedeman Pharmacy, Francis Furniture, and Wagner's IGA. 3rd and a long 2 from the 31, just underway. Ohio Northern's first possession of the game was a turnover, an interception on the first play of the game. And then Heidelberg got it on their 44, marched it down and missed a 40-yard field goal. Pressure, and he's going down. And a big-time sack there by the Princes.
81 on that stop. Nice sack by Demetrius. 91. Mistake. Austin Crowe, the 6'2", 245 sophomore. Not a big walnut. Made a nice big play.
Kyle Bergerman from Coldwater standing inside his 5-yard line to punt for the Polar Bears. With 11:15 remaining here in the first quarter. Feeling a lot of pressure, and it looks like it did get blocked as it hits the 40 of Ohio Northern and bounces out of bounds, maybe at the 39. So Heidelberg will get the ball back with great field position, Bucky.
Yeah, it was number 97, DeRose Sanders, the 6'3" freshman, coming in and putting his hands up and just bull rushing it in there and getting a little bit of the ball. Went straight up with nowhere to go. Good defensive play by Sanders.
Heidelberg will start 1st and 10 from the Ohio Northern University 39-yard line and right down the middle of the field. Running the old post pattern is big number 82 for Heidelberg on the receiving end there.
Wow, Sandwich just
Tony Morris.
Sandwich just threw a strike right in stride. You know, it's kind of difficult for. Looked like it was Cox, Cody Cox. He had good coverage, but that ball was just laid in there perfectly.
Tony Morris ran the perfect pattern, too. And what a nice pass by Sandwich. And here's the attempted extra point. by Smith. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So let's take a look at the replay before we take a timeout here, Buck. Once again, that happened quickly, and everything seems to be happening on the first play of each series here. And here it is, a three-step drop. He's looking at him all the way. He had him targeted as he came from his wide-out position and ran that simple post pattern, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, there was no help. There was no safety back there, and it was wide open right down the middle, and he threw it strike.
So with 10:59 remaining here in the first quarter, we'll take a timeout. And on the First National Bank scoreboard, it's Heidelberg drawing first blood. They're up 7-0. We'll be back right after this. You're on NK Telco Sports.
Your employees are your most valuable asset. Protect them by stopping copier violence. 4U Office provides a full line of quality printers and copiers that keeps your team working efficiently and safely.
Welcome back to Dial Roberson Stadium on the campus of Ohio Northern University for this afternoon's college football matchup between Heidelberg and ONU. And the ensuing kickoff looks like it's going to go out of bounds. And Ohio Northern will start good field position. So far in this game, Sandwich is 2 for 3 with 55 yards and a touchdown. And as long as, of course, was that 39-yard pass right there. We got a flag on the play, of course, and I think that's just the out-of-bounds signal.
He kicked it to the 25 out of bounds.
And Will Freed coming into this game for Ohio Northern, he's 0-1 and through that first pass, the first play of the game, for an interception. Rushing right now, Justin Magazine has 2 carries for 8 yards, and Will Freed 1 for -7. In the shotgun is Freed. He's going to throw out the swing pass.
That was Price on the catch.
Price not getting any.
Chris Jones wasn't fooled.
Well,
by
he
that
actually
out in
got
the
3
flat.
yards on that play. It looked like he got caught at the line of scrimmage and managed to pick up 3 on that play. So Devin Price, the senior from Toledo Start. He's a good product, Buck. You were talking about him before the game as being one of the go-to guys in this game.
Yes, he is. He's played nice the last couple of games.
2nd and 7 from the 38. Handoff to the fullback again, and this one not going anywhere. There's a host of Heidelberg jerseys on top of the ball carrier.
Yeah,
that was number 4, Justin Magazine.
Their defensive line and also their linebackers. I like the way the linebackers, especially number 40, comes up to make the stop. Was Will Lance. Lance likes to fill that hole pretty quickly. He's a senior, 5'10", 225 pounds, and he's a hitter.
Big 3rd and 6 from the 39. Looking across the middle on a slant pattern. It's going to be close to a first down, but in and out of the hands of the intended receiver there. And that is number 83, I believe, on the receiving end there, or potentially on the receiving end there.
Will Freed threw that ball right at his ankles. No time to really get underneath that ball to make a reception. And I think he might have been a little bit short on that play, Dan, even if he would have caught the ball.
So you're going to bring out the kicking unit once again, and the punter, Kyle Bergman from Coldwater, standing at right about his 25-yard line with 9:40 remaining here in the first quarter. Let's see if he can get some time to get this ball off. It's a nice little bull rush up the middle, but a nice punt right there. And a fair catch taken at about the 22-yard line, and a lot of hard hits before the ball was caught at the 23-yard line. Wow.
Nick Casey, number 40, was looking for a flag, pushing the back. And I think that Sanders might have got away with that little push in the back.
Heidelberg will start this drive a little bit deeper at their own 23-yard line, unlike the last one at the Ohio Northern 39. On the delayed draw, not much help there.
Good play. Good play by Cody Cox coming up from the corner and making a nice hit right at the line of scrimmage. He only picked up 1 yard, yard and a half maybe.
Lacey, the ball carrier on that one. They're going to give him 2 yards on the play. 3 carries for 17 so far. He's in the tailback position. 2 wide receivers left, but he's going to roll right and look and pop it out to his big tight end. Sandwich with a nice pass there. He was wide open.
Looks like Cox along with Smergy making a stop there, but not before he got the first down.
Hoja on the receiving end there. Zach Hoja from Lakewood High School in Lakewood, Ohio. The junior is a nice big target there, about 6'3". They'll move the markers, 1st and 10 from the 33. Dancing around the right side, and I don't know if he got any positive yardage or not.
A lot of dancing.
Number 2, Lacey again.
Cunningham, number 40, Mike Cunningham, number 49, made a nice little hit to stop him.
Yeah, they did a real Smirky. Yeah, they did a great job of pushing that outside. You know, forcing him to go outside with that. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Here's a timing pattern down the right sideline. Throws it up.
A little pushing and shoving going on there, but they're going to call it.
That was a jump ball intended for Tony Morris, the sophomore. Couldn't come up with it. He was trying to climb the back of the defensive back to catch up with that ball.
Thomas, number 16, out there defending, did a great job of fighting off that little push.
3rd and 6 from the 37. 8:11 remaining here in the quarter.
He's got him wide open in the middle. He just went down and just sat there right in the middle at about the 47-yard line, and sandwiched through a nice little pass right on the money to
sandwich pass to Nick DeLisa. A 15-yard gain takes him down to the ONU 48-yard down. 1st and 10. Tackle there by Eiler on the last play, and turning the corner and running upfield. What a really nice run there by Lacey.
Zach Felton, number 73, the left guard, made a heck of a play on Cunningham to free him out there a little bit.
Brian Lacey, a 12-yard gain down to the ONU 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10, Heidelberg. Sandwich rolls, looks, throws, and again trying to just touch it. That little, didn't have much on it. Just try to air it and have his runner or wide receiver try to run under it, and incomplete.
Looked like it didn't go very far. Didn't go out there far enough. It might have been either on Kyle Beverly. That flag.
We do have a flag on the play.
Number 11. That's a 10-yard penalty from the previous
Cody Cox.
First down.
It looked like they might have got the number wrong on that big Dan. Dan Eller, I think it was holding him there.
So we'll call it 1st and 10 from the ONU 26. Heidelberg on the move again. Sandwich in the shotgun. The previous pass was incomplete to Tony Morris.
Oh, nice play.
The previous penalty was on Cody Cox.
I think Cody Cox making that play, coming up and making that great stop with only about a half of a yard gain.
Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and a long 9. 7:13 remaining here in the first quarter. High snap, looks, throws on the down and out. And it is caught or incomplete. Yes, it is caught by number 82. Of course, Tony Morris, the sophomore, his go-to guy.
That ball was thrown before he even made that cut to the outside, Dan. That was a good throw.
No doubt. They're in that hurry-up offense. 3rd and 2. Sandwich in the shotgun. And This is enough for the first down as they punch the ball close to the 15-yard line. Let's see where they mark it. It looks as though they're going to give it to him and move the chains.
Yeah. One thing we haven't seen is Sandwich on that. Last week he had 15 carries for 55 yards. He's got that threat that he can run.
1st and 10 from the 15. Sandwich looks, throws.
Little bubble screen.
And on that bubble screen, coming up with it is number 81, Demetrius McGee from Rochester High School in Rochester Hills, Michigan. Demetrius, the sophomore, 6'2", another big target out there for Sandwich to throw to.
Another well-read ball by Cody Cox, number 11. Cox is having a good game here.
Gain of only 2. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 13. Sandwich looks, throws, and tried to hit that curl pattern on the right side, and that fell short of the intended receiver.
He was throwing to a spot, and Cox again was standing right there in the middle of the way. You know, didn't see the ball coming, but he had the sense to stand right there in front of him to slow that wide receiver down.
3rd and 8 from the 13. It's a big 3rd down for Ohio Northern. Let's see what they do. They're not going to call timeout. They're going to let him run 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. He's looking left into the end zone and in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Nice defensive play there, Bucky.
Yeah, it certainly was. Came up and really not. It looked like Justin Tello, number 9.
So they're going to bring out the field goal unit once again. That was a nice defensive play. Sandwich's pass incomplete to Demetrius McGee and Darrell Bloom on that defensive play there. So it looks as though it's going to be about a 30-yard, a little bit shorter than the previous field goal attempt. The place is down. The kick is up, end over end.
Looks like it's good.
And it looks as though it is good. So with 5:57 remaining here in the first quarter, Heidelberg puts another 3 points on the board. And on the First National Bank scoreboard, it's Heidelberg 10, Ohio Northern nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. You're on NK Telco Sports.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and now New Bremen.
Welcome back to Dow Roberson Stadium. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Ron Bucky Buchanan for this afternoon's college football matchup between Ohio Northern and Heidelberg. It's only week number 3 in college football. Yesterday we've completed week number 5 of high school football already, so halfway through the high school season, but just underway here in college. And a big matchup here this afternoon against 2 teams that desperately need a win.
Very short kick.
And I think that was intended that way. There may have been a face mask on the play, but there's no call.
Wow.
But Ohio Northern will start in good field position as they mark the ball inside the 35-yard line. Let's call it the, 34? Let's see where they finally puts it down. He's going to put it down right at the 35. So that's pretty good field position. They're going to have to get something going here. Right now, Will Freed only 1 for 3 with an interception.
That's exactly where they started last possession.
And Justin Magazine only 3 carries for 9 yards. 1 wide receiver left, 2 to the right. As Freed in the shotgun, we've got motion to the right. It's going to be handoff to that motion guy. It almost looked like he wanted to pass there or cut up field, but Heidelberg wasn't biting in a nice defensive play there, Buck.
Yeah, everybody was in on that one. They read that real well, and it looked like the offensive line of Ohio Northern a little porous there on that play. Not a very good. And I give the credit to the defensive line of Heidelberg, making that, stringing it out and pushing it extremely hard to the right side, and making a great stop on that for it was 3-yard loss.
2nd and 13 from the 32. You can't get an offense going if you're going backwards. 2 wide receivers to the left, motion left, fake handoff, play action. They set up the screen. And he didn't get behind his blockers, or his blockers were too late getting there, and that was just a one-man bull rush of a run there by number 4 for the Ohio Northern Polo Bears. What a nice run by Justin Magazine, the senior, using his entire 5'6" frame to will his way almost back to the line of scrimmage there.
I really like the play calling right there. You know, they've been pushing the offensive line, and they're getting into the backfield, and oh no, we got a flag.
We got a flag on the play. Yeah, that was such a nice run. He got back, looked like he almost got the first down on that run. And
previous spot, foul, 5 yards, repeat second down.
And that's too bad.
Yeah, I like the play calling on that. They got him out there, got him some yards, got the blockers out in front of him, and they're moving down the field a little bit.
So it'll mark it back to the 27. It'll be 2nd and 18 with 4:52 remaining in the clock running here in the first quarter. Heidelberg up 10-0 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Here's the shuttle pass to the tight end, and a nice run there. They caught him sleeping up the middle. A nice pitch there to number 88, Logan Ray, the tight end. It was a gain of 14 on the play. It'll bring up 3rd and 6.
He's not even on my list.
Logan Ray, Alex Rentz on the tackle. 3rd and 6.
He's going. He's double coverage.
And he threw into double coverage there. Magazine didn't look like he had a chance to try to complete that pass. Even if he made a perfect pass to try to drop it in there, he was covered pretty good down that left sideline.
Yeah, that's a very difficult pass to throw that far. He's backpedaling a little bit on that play.
So another turnover on downs for Ohio Northern. They just can't get their offense going right now.
Alex Rentz.
3 it out.
Alex Rentz, number 18, on that coverage.
And pass was intended for Devin Price on that last play. Bergman again puts up a nice punt against the wind even. Gets muffed inside the 15, but the Heidelberg player falls on it, and they'll take over 1st and 10 from the 13. 3:51 remaining. Go ahead, Buck.
I would say the wind caught that one. He was kicking into the wind, and he still booted it. Wow. That was at about a 62-yard kick.
That was nice.
Good spiral. Drove him back a little bit. Had trouble making that play.
Sandwich in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers right. 1 left. Handoff to the fullback. Plenty of running room around right end. Boy, I'll tell you, he's got that down. They've got, they're doing a good job of making that turn around the corner there, and you got to give them credit. They're really blocking and sealing that corner, and that was a nice run.
Very good run. A.J. Simpson making that play for the Polo Bears.
Sanchez was the ball carrier on the last play.
Zach Smergy, number 22, coming up there and standing him straight up, pushing him back about a yard. Zach's playing really well. Another OAC player of the week a couple of weeks ago.
3rd and 2 from the 21. That's a big 3rd down after that Sanchez run. And that's going to be close to a first down. Let's see where they've got him. Sanchez again, the ball carrier. They're going to say he's got the first down, and they're going to move the chains.
Yeah. Stout along with Tello coming up there, just not enough to hold him back for that gain.
1st and 10 from the 23. Sandwich looking left, throws left, and incomplete. Intended for number 82. Again, Tony Morris out there on the left-hand side trying to haul that one in.
You know, one thing we haven't seen, like I said before, Dan, is the right now they're running the ball really well and they're passing really well. Heidelberg is. Sandwich has that option to tuck it and run. When that front opens up like that, that's what he did really well last week, and we might be seeing.
Yeah, trips out to the right, and there he goes. Decides to tuck it and run, Buck.
Yeah.
And I don't think any receivers were open. That kind of forced him to run, but
right.
A nice run there is going to be about 3 yards short of the first down. Let's see the pressure that he got here, Buck.
Yeah,
nice pressure up the middle.
Good pressure. Nice little run. Nice play.
And the pressure passed him, which gave him that running room to be able to get that nice gain of about 8 yards there. 3rd and 2, another big third down.
Almost picked off by Schmergy. Right in his hands.
Almost picked off by Schmergy, but he had a lot of pressure there off the right side.
Oh, he had a lot of pressure. Looked like Scott Rapp's number 99, along with Jason Hundley, number 92, in there, putting a lot of pressure on that
the
front.
Last 2 tackles were by a couple of our favorite Walpock guys, Nate Bracey and Zach Schmergy. So Walpock Redskins shout out to 2 Redskin alumni there who are playing well and performing well here for the Ohio Northern University. And that brings out the punting unit from about his 20-yard line. A little wobbly kick. It's going to hit at the 40 and go out of bounds, and ONU will start with good field position. So with $1:52 remaining here in the first quarter, on the First National Bank scoreboard, it's Heidelberg 10, Ohio Northern nothing. I want to thank our fine sponsors for this afternoon's contest, I should say, once again, Schwieterman Pharmacy, Francis Furniture, 4U Office Supplies, and Wagner's IGA. Buck, we knew that Ohio Northern could put some points on the board. There's no question about it. In the first 2 games, the win against Utica with 29 points and Baller Wallace with 27 points. They could move the ball, but they're struggling here today against this Heidelberg defense.
Yeah, they certainly are. They need to start, going down the field a little bit.
Looking left, throwing and connect, and that was set up well by Will Freed. That was set up very well by Freed. Got to be impressed. That he just took the time to wait for that play to develop and get him going to the outside. Both teams are in this hurry-up offense.
Yeah, I like that play calling, too. He had plenty of time. Nice little cutback. Nice run. Magazine getting in the backfield way in the backfield of Heidelberg. And that's what now they're starting to move that ball a little bit more with the passing and runs.
And that's what they needed. They needed some positive yardage and a first down, no doubt. Here again on the draw, trying to get around left end is.
Nice play right there to cut it back. Chris Jones, number 12 for Heidelberg, pushing Magazine back on the inside where Sir Justin Hudson can make that stop for him.
2nd and 9 from the 31, just under a minute now remaining, and Ohio Northern on the move. 2nd and 9 from the 31. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 1 to the left for Freed. Now 3 of 6 in the game with that 1 interception. He'd like to counter that with a touchdown, I'm sure. Magazine, the ball carrier, punches it forward for a gain of about 3. We'll bring up a long, well, let's see. We're going to call it 3rd and about 6.
Yeah, he ran into big 91, Austin Crowe, the 6'3", 255-pound sophomore. Out of
10 seconds remaining. Let's see if they can play this out. Are they going to wait till the end of the quarter? There's movement on the line. There's no flag. And here's a pass down the left sideline. It's going to be batted away.
I thought it might have been a flag on there, but good coverage out there on the
A little confusion as we come to the end of the first quarter. And let's see if they're just going to mark. They're just looking to mark the spot so they can move the ball and start the second quarter, or they're going to discuss whether or not there's one more play or whether or not there was a flag. Looked like there was offsides by Heidelberg, but I don't think the officials are having it. They're calling it a dead ball situation. It'll bring up fourth down with no timeout remaining, and that'll bring us to the end of one quarter officially, and they'll move to the other side of the field, much to the dismay of the Polar Bear faithful. But on the First National Bank scoreboard, it's Heidelberg 10, ONU nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. You're on NK Telco Sports.
NK Telco is your hometown provider. We are Northwest Ohio's leading independent broadband company that brings fiber to your home. Larger competitors talk about it, but we've been delivering our fiber network for over 10 years, guaranteeing more bandwidth and services, over 80 HD channels, Echo whole home DVR, interactive channel guides, in-demand, internet-based phone systems, and local news and sports channels. Innovative, futuristic, and cost-effective.
Welcome back to start the second quarter. ONU is going to want to put some points on the board, so they've set out their kicking unit, and it's Andrew DeMario from Dayton Kettering Alter to attempt a 45, maybe 46-yard field goal. The place is down. The kick is up. End-over-end kick looks nice.
Down the middle.
And right down the middle of the plate.
The crowd is going wild. After last week, 3 missed field goals and 2 extra points, they have something to cheer about. Not all of it was his fault.
So we'll keep it right here as far as action is concerned. Since we just took a timeout, let's go over the first quarter stats here for Heidelberg. They had 9 first downs, Ohio Northern 2. Rushing yardage, Heidelberg had 57, ONU 13. Passing yardage, Heidelberg had 87, ONU 32. Total offense 144-45 Heidelberg. And of course, 2 penalties on ONU. Heidelberg didn't have any in that. 1 turnover, the very first play of the game, the interception by Will Freed is the only turnover.
Yeah, like last Saturday's game, they had a block extra point that resulted in a defensive 2-point score. Well, that's the very first time since 1958 that they have instilled with us. You can run it back for points.
A 46-yard field goal by Matt Cheney. The ensuing kickoff is going to bounce into the alumni band who's here today, playing with the Ohio Northern Marching Band and sitting down at the northern end of the football field. Great crowd on hand here today for homecoming. It is just a beautiful day for football. Couldn't ask for anything better than this. And, Bucky, I've got to tell you, it is just a great scene out here tonight on a Saturday afternoon, this afternoon.
Oh, it is beautiful. We got them lined up, standing room only. Oh, nice throw by Sandwich all the way out to the left side.
Sandwich is a good prototypical, stereotypical quarterback, drop back, West Coast offense kind of quarterback. 3-step drop, look.
Yeah.
Aimed in on his guy and fired a bullet for an 8-yard gain.
And McGee had nothing but just put his hands up and catch the ball. That's how well it's thrown.
And just like that, it's 2nd and 2 from about the 33-yard line. This time he's going to the same guy
right
down
there.
the left sideline. He's got it. And that was just pure height and determination that pulled that ball in, Bucky.
Well thrown ball right into McGee's hands. Smurgy coming up from the linebacker position, or going back from the linebacker position to make that tackle. If not, McGee's on his way to the house.
Look at Demetrius McGee use his height to get up there and reach up and catch the ball with his hands. All you young football players out there, got to see that. 1st and 10 from the 35. Just underway, second quarter action. And here comes Heidelberg to try to answer that field goal by Ohio Northern.
Zach Smurgy, number 22, coming up to make that stop. Not before he got it picked up about 5.5 yards. And Smurgy's having a good game, but, you know, making the plays 5, 6, 7, 10 yards down the field is not very good. They got him. Oh, what a
Sandwich is going down.
Sandwich got sandwiched on that with Smurgy. Looks like Smurgy. Is that hard to see? It might have been Bloom. It's Zach Cox. Or Cody Cox, number 11. An excellent play right there. Put a lot of pressure on him. Had nowhere to go but down.
We've been calling a lot of Zach Schmerge's name this afternoon, along with Dan Eiler. And, you know, those guys, you know, if they take or stutter a little bit as far as Heidelberg is concerned, that defense is really showing the pressure up the field.
Yeah.
3rd and 9 from the 34. Here's the screen out to Lacey. Lacey breaking tackles. He's got enough for the first down inside the 35. So after the sandwich sack for a loss of 5 yards, thanks to Darrell Bloom and Zach Schmerge, the screen gets it all back and then some. 1st and 10 from the 23 of the Polar Bears. High snap. And it's a quarterback keeper and a nice fake. Nice fake by
great fake
by Sandwich to do a great job of drawing the linebackers and slowing them down as he turned the corner on the right side near the 10-yard line. They're going to mark him out at the 11 and move the chains. 1st and 10 from the 11. Just underway, second quarter action here. We mentioned Dial Roberson Stadium, but it's also Bill Robinson Field.
All day to throw. Throws in a double coverage.
It looked like there was some contact down there as Sandwich kind of delayed and kind of waited a little bit too long to try to throw it to his intended receiver out there. And just looked like he waited too long.
Yeah, he did. He definitely did. He waited for Thomas, number 16, to make that move. Thomas almost had a pick there.
In the shotgun again, 2nd 11. Back there with him is Lacey. It's going to be a handoff to Lacey right up the gut. Lacey's going to punch it inside of the 10, short of the 5.
Scott Rapps, number 99, making the stop. You know, that's one thing that they've done is trying to go right up that middle. And I have to give credit where it's due. You know, with Cunningham, you got Cunningham and Rapps and Malloy right there. It's done an excellent job up front.
Well, here's 3rd and 7. Sandwich with 3 wide receivers left, looks left, across the middle, pumps, tucks it in, looks back, has a guy in the back of the end zone, and he's going to throw it onto the end zone and bring up 4th down.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. Jason Huntley, number 92, putting a great deal of pressure on him, Dan, and then that's a wise throw by Sandwich just to loft it out of the end zone and try for that 3-point field goal.
So the pass intended for DeLisa. And boy, I had to tell you, that was the second time he tried to go after DeLisa. That was a double coverage in the left side of the end zone and trying to get to him in the back of the end zone, and just felt that it was better just to throw it away and try to set up for the 3 points with 11:42 remaining here in the half.
I thought it was good coverage by Bloom and Tello back there on McGee.
Yeah, Darrell Bloom playing a good game too. Here's the field goal attempt from the 15. That'll make it a 25.
Almost.
And the kick is up And the kick is good. So with 11:39 remaining here in the half, just like that, Heidelberg answers, but we may have an injury on the field, but it looks like he's okay.
Trent Bloom, or Stout, number 27, just about blocked that field goal. Nice penetration there on Stout.
So we'll keep it right here with 11:39 remaining here in the half. And on the First National Bank scoreboard, Heidelberg 13, Ohio Northern 3 on this homecoming weekend. A good crowd on hand here, Buck. You got to love it. Just a beautiful day. Good afternoon for college football. We got a slight breeze here. A little bit cooler than it has been all week, but the cloud cover, there's no rain right now, but just enough to keep the sun off of us and make it a great night.
It is.
Not a great afternoon, not only for the fans, but also for the football players. This is good football weather.
This is like air conditioning up here, Dan. I'm sure it is on the field. Well, one of the keys to our game was our offensive line for Heidelberg that struggled. They do not look like they're struggling today. They've put it together, and I think they've really worked hard this last week on that offensive line and has done an excellent job so far.
Steven Smith with that field goal attempt was good, and so we'll call it a 20. It was exactly a 25-yard field goal. We'll take a look at stats now for Heidelberg. Sandwich now 9 of 17 for 138 yards, a touchdown, and that 39-yard touchdown pass was his longest, and that was a nice return. Wow.
That's what they really needed, is a good run back there. Number 6.
Yeah, no question about it. They needed to get the ball in good field position to kind of answer
Reed
as
Allen.
much as possible.
Reed Allen had a nice run back there. Now they've got Ohio Northern's got to get Justin Magazine. He's only got 6 carries, 23 yards in this game. And on even Will Freeze passing, he's
only 3 of 7.
3 of 7 for 32 yards.
A.J. Morrison had that return.
No, he's not going to do it like that with big 58.
Or I'm sorry, you were right. Reed Allen had that return. Reed Allen was Morrison was the kicker. Reed Allen was the returner.
Yeah.
25 yards.
Ethan Rogers, number 58, going in and sacking Will Freed. Didn't feel Freed on that one, I tell you. That was a big
roller
loss.
coaster ride on that offensive line, right, Buck?
Exactly, man. It's they need to strengthen it, but you got to give credit to the defensive line of
Ethan Rogers on the tackle.
Rogers and Malloy have been doing an excellent job.
2nd and 17 from the 36.
And there he is again, Ethan Rogers, 58, making that stop for another
they
loss.
Had really good. They started this return with that return and really good field position, and 2 heartbreaking plays there is going to bring up 3rd and forever. 3rd and 20 now. Well, they didn't pick up where they left off on that last series where they marched it downfield and got into field goal position, but they need to find some consistency here, and maybe they can make it up here. 2 wide receivers to the right, to the left. Single setback back there with Freed. Shifts to the left. 3rd and 20, motion to the right. Has time. Looks, fires, and
there's a flag.
That looked like that could have been a good play.
Will Lance just hammered Will Freed. A little late. He was about a step late on that coming in. That's a good call by the back ref there, making that.
Yeah, it's
protecting the quarterback. He was a little late on that one.
Well, it's nothing to cheer about on the Ohio Northern sideline. I mean, you want to protect that quarterback.
They were looking for that first down. All the fans will at least take the shot for the first down. So he was just a little bit late.
Got him with his shoulder into the chest, so I don't know if that was too late or not. I don't know. I'm going to question that particular call, but that's going to move the ball back up to their own 48-yard line, and 1st and 10 with 9:59 remaining in the half. The penalty was on Will Lance. That running game not going anywhere today, Buck.
No, they're not getting the push up front. Polar Bears just can't get that push up front, you know. But then again, you've got some guys up there that's got some meat on them, you know.
That's his 8th carry of the game, and he's only got about 20 yards right now.
Napolitan Bell is he is one big boy.
Napoleon Bell and Dudley on the tackle.
Yeah, 6'1", 235 pounds, but I think that might be a misprint.
2nd and 9 from the 49. Yeah, he looks bigger, right?
Yes, he does. Looks like a little bit of movement up front.
They're going to call it against the Polar Bears.
Yeah, no, looks like number 72, Austin Reeser.
72, 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
All right, now the offensive lines of Ohio Northern struggling just a little bit today.
Second and 14 now from the 44. Trips out to the right, one left. He's going to roll right, look, and he has a short man. And that was set up perfectly by the other 2 receivers to kind of clear that path. And just a beautiful setup play, and that's what we need to see more of. Getting freed outside of the pocket and looking downfield. And again, both of these teams in that hurry-up offense, nobody taking the time to
Holmes had a really nice, after the catch, a nice run. A lot of speed.
Rodney Holmes with a 17-yard gain on that one.
Might have offsides on defense on Heidelberg, looked like.
And of course, that was the biggest completion of the day for Will Freed, who's now 4 of 8 with that 1 interception. And that 17-yard pickup by Rodney Holmes, his longest pass of the afternoon thus far.
Looked like
8:40 remaining.
Looked like the number 68, Harrison Brown of Heidelberg, was a little bit offsides. He lined up offsides. And that's
48. The penalty's declined. 2nd down.
Good call, Buck.
Well, they call it on 48. I thought it was really on 68.
I think the Polar Bears need the answer here with a touchdown. They don't need another field goal right now. They need to get in the end zone.
They definitely need a.
They need a pick-me-up. We'll shift to the right side.
Ooh,
and that delayed draw right there to Magazine's not getting much for them today. Magazine kind of struggling. And again, that's his 9th carry of the game, maybe, 22 yards total.
Yeah.
That 2.6 average is
not
going to get you much.
Ryan Malloy, number 94, just absolutely dominated his guy right there on the line of scrimmage. Threw him aside and then threw the running back down. Magazine's got to get going. Hard to get going when the guy's right on you.
Yeah, no kidding.
Again, Malloy's there, and he's barking it out. And not so sure you run up the middle with Malloy and Rogers and Brown. They pretty much dominated that front a little bit.
That's not getting them much right now.
They were 4th down and about a yard.
Now it's 4th and a long one. So they've been running. I would move that quarterback up under center. They don't do that anymore these days. It's unbelievable. And just have him punch it in there. Just have him sneak up there right now and run it. It's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way, but why give up the yardage?
Nowhere to go.
Why give up the yardage?
Right.
Get up under center and run that ball. Come on.
Again, Malloy, and looked like Hagedorn, number 37. But nowhere really to go.
That quarterback keeper just doesn't work. I don't care what level you're on, in high school, in college, or in the pros. That quarterback keeper with a yard to go in the shotgun does not work. It's not effective. Right. Get your butt up under center and punch it over.
That's when you really need a fullback.
So Heidelberg will take over on downs and the intended pass.
I'm going to say he
caught it. Wow.
That's a long, long throw. Had a great deal of pressure. Number 22, Zach Smergy. Smergy just a little, about a half of a step late on that one.
DeLisa on the receiving end there with a nice catch. First and 10 from the 44. Just under 7 minutes now remaining here in the half. Heidelberg on the move after the turnover on downs.
Nice play.
Nice pressure there as number 2, Brian Lacey, the ball carrier, trying to turn the corner and couldn't do it. Lacey now with 10 carries, about 46 yards. He's averaging about 5 yards a carry right now. His longest has been 12 for the day.
Has wrapped number 99 on that stop, and he held his man up. Nice play, real nice play.
Sandwich
There's
sets
a
up,
hole.
looks, fires across the middle, caught! Big time catch. I am telling you, that was put right there on the money.
No doubt about it.
81, Demetrius McGee, the sophomore, ran the perfect pattern. And, of course, John Sandwich put it right on the money. And they're going to move the chains into Polar Bear territory inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 27, 1st and 10 with 6:09 remaining in the half. And they're up by 10. Heidelberg is, and they're on the move. Setting up the next play here with 2 wide receivers left. 1, 2 right.
He's going to run it, nowhere to go.
And the quarterback keeper nowhere to go.
That's a nice stay-at-home play by A.J. Simpson, number 91.
Sandwich now 11 of 19 in the game for 181 yards and that touchdown pass, that 39-yard touchdown pass to start the game.
Sandwich is looking good throwing that ball. He's throwing
Doesn't he look good?
strikes. I mean, they're
Good-looking quarterback.
Yeah.
From Woodmore High School in Woodville, Ohio. In the shotgun, pump, fake, looks, throws, and overthrows the intended receiver out there. Again, looking at number 1, Demetrius McGee, Buck.
Yeah, it really has great coverage on there. They had really good coverage. Looks like number 16, Thomas on that.
You know, that sack for a loss there in the previous play, we want to give, again, a shout-out to our friend Nate Bracey. A.J. Simpson there on the tackle. Bracey getting in on a few plays here, and we're happy to see him. And talking about our Wapak guys here, and maybe don't want to talk too much about it. Incomplete pass and a nice defensive play there. Let's look at the replay here.
It looks like
on that little curl pattern. He just popped him and knocked the ball right out of him. That was a great play.
It's hard to see his number who made that.
Now it'll bring up 4 and 11. Now the sandwich pass was incomplete, intended for McGee. They're going to say it was a drop pass, but I was going to say he had a little help there. 3rd and 11 from the 28. The sandwich looks, throws, fires, has a man open. It's tipped and it's intercepted.
It looked like it hit his shoulder pads right on. It was actually thrown right on the money.
In and out of the hands of DeLisa, I believe, the intended receiver. And he fired it right in there. DeLisa couldn't hold on to it. And kind of a look what I found interception there.
Yeah, Nick Greeks, number 30, making that great interception. And that's just what the Polar Bears need right now, Big Dan.
They need a touchdown, Buck. They need to march this ball down and get a touchdown.
We have 5:10 remaining in the second quarter, and a long march and a score. They'll go in the locker room just down by 3.
Nick Rezick on the interception. And there's a nice burst down the right sideline. That's what the doctor ordered.
That's what they need right there.
Justin Magazine with a nice run there with a first down. They'll move the chains. Put that at the 32-yard line. Look at Magazine, short to the ground, keeps his balance. He can break a lot of tackles. He's got strong legs, Buck.
Yeah, I think what really opened that up was Logan Shell and Sam Shook.
Fake handoff play
right
action. And that pass gets knocked away and intended, looked like that was intended for Devin Price.
That was that looked like it was right on the money. It looked like he alligator armed on that one.
So Devin Price unable to come up with that one, and stops the clock with 4:41 remaining here in the first half. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Ron Bucky Buchanan with this afternoon's college football action here on NK Telco Sports. Between Heidelberg and Ohio Northern University, 13-3 and the First National Bank scoreboard. Heidelberg's up by 10. Setting up that bubble screen to the right. In fact, no, not the bubble screen, a traditional screen, if you will, to Justin Magazine on the receiving end there. Going to be short of the first down. It'll bring up third down, Buck.
Will Lance read that really well, but it looked like Will Freed had a really nice Allen out here on the right-hand side for an easy first down.
Lance and Fier on the tackle there. That one's going to be tipped and almost intercepted. That was intended for Devin Price, and it didn't look like he had a chance to get it to him at all and bring up fourth down and bring out the punting unit.
Yeah,
just like that, Buck.
Yeah, John Sandwich is, or Jarrett Wilson's playing. Got two number 3s out there.
They're just there to drive you crazy. It was Jarrett Wasson. Jarrett
number 3.
Jarrett Wasson.
I guess on our side we got they got 13 and 3 backwards. 4th
and 6 from the 37. They're bringing out that punting unit, and he's going to kick it from right about his 25, an end-over-end kick. It's going to take a polar bear bounce and get tapped down inside the 15-yard line. He probably should have let it roll. May have gone inside of the 10, but it had a kind of wicked spin to it. But nonetheless, Heidelberg will take over 1st and 10 from their 15. So, Buck, let's take a look at stats here so far this afternoon. First downs, Heidelberg's up 14-5. Rushing yardage, 71-31 Heidelberg. And passing yardage, 181-53 Heidelberg. And total offense, 252-84 Heidelberg. So, obviously, they're dominating this game offensively, and they're doing it on the scoreboard, up by 10, 13-3. Nice quick hitter there.
Just run out to the spot and stop, and that's exactly what he did.
DeLisa on the receiving end there. With 3:45 remaining, they'll move the chains. Another 1st and 10 from the 29. 2 wide receivers tight right, 1 wide right. Doesn't matter. Delayed draw to the fullback. And Lacey, the ball carrier, that's his 11th carry of the game. And we'll call it a gain of about 3. That gives him about 48 yards for the game so far. And gotta love this hurry-up offense.
I like the hurry-up.
Lacey again. They're stripping at the ball. They're going after it. I mean, you could see the Ohio Northern players trying to strip the ball, but they need to tackle them first, don't they, Buck?
Yeah, I think so too, Dan. They gotta make a stop right here. They just can't be going for the ball. They need to get that ball back, but there's 3 minutes to go in the half, and right now it looks like Heidelberg's just willing to take that run, running the ball, running some clock, getting it down there, and maybe going for a field goal.
Exactly. 2:50 remaining in the clock running. Heidelberg up 13-3 on the First National Bank scoreboard. In that shotgun, trips left, 1 right, and handoff again to the tailback, and a big-time hit there, Buck.
Yeah, big. Number 22, Zach Smergy, grabbing him, just whipping him down to the ground.
Somebody asked Lacey where he's at. That was a big-time hit.
That was a good hit. Well, right now they got 3rd and about 6, Dan, and I think they're going to air it out, and you got to watch McGee.
From the 47, look for that curl pattern. You think it's going to be a quarterback keeper? Nope. He looked for that quick hitter, sets up the middle screen.
Well read.
And good coverage there by the Polar Bears. On the receiving end was number 27.
Yeah, Mike Cunningham, number 49 for the Polar Bears, read it really well.
And Helms on the receiving end wasn't able to go anywhere.
They're going to try to pin them back. Call a timeout and pin them back.
Yeah, Mike Cunningham and the crew on that tackle. Helms' gain is only about 2, so we got a timeout on the field. We'll timeout. $1:53 remaining. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
Welcome back. Big Dan Wilson alongside Ron Bucky Buchanan for this afternoon's college football action between the Ohio Northern Polar Bears and Heidelberg. And I got to tell you, it's a good football game here today, but mostly dominated by Heidelberg, but not by much here. The Polar Bears are still in this game, Bucky.
Yeah, a couple of plays is all it's going to take. Nice little run back here to get them in position for at least a field goal, whether it's a long field goal or not. They need some points on the board.
Steven Smith from Tiffin on the punt. And it's going to take a Heidelberg roll inside the 5, down to the 3, maybe the 2-yard line. It was almost touched inadvertently by a Ohio Northern player, and you got to stay away from those. That could have been a bad
That would have been disastrous with 1:40 go in the half.
But what a nice punt, nice coverage there. That was textbook there by Heidelberg to cover it with a bunch of guys to kind of keep it from going into the end zone. And, you know, it's one of those punts that you've got to get a fair catch on so it doesn't pin your team back like that.
All right.
Will Freed, quarterback keeper. Where was that on 4th and 1?
I think it's going to be on.
Oh, no.
Northern.
Do we have a turnover down there? Let's see what happened.
We've got a flag. It might be.
Oh, we do have a turnover.
I think we might have an offsides call on Heidelberg.
Okay, let's see what happens. They may bring it back. Ooh, slow down, little doggies.
Offside. 48 defense.
There we go. That punt by Steven Smith by Heidelberg was a 50-yard kick, by the way.
Malik Dunley, 48 offsides for Heidelberg.
We see some pretty good punts and some nice kicks here so far today.
Hey,
$1:36 remaining.
I don't know if I'm Ohio Northern. I think I might just run the clock.
1st and 5. Let's see what happens. Oh, he's got the middle of the field wide open to the 25, 30, 35, and tackled from behind up to the 40-yard line. What a great burst of speed there by Justin Magazine.
Oh.
Wow. Now you got to start thinking going for the end zone instead of sitting on it, Buck.
Exactly.
Big time run there. The middle was wide open as Heidelberg over-pursued that. Some nice blocks up front.
Yeah, Reeser and Cibolas made a nice block on that double
reverse. Here's the double reverse, and they wanted to set up for a pass. Nice block. There's
right on
the
the
pass. It's caught inside the 40. Was he juggling? Did he hold on? It's incomplete.
Incomplete.
Oh, my.
Well thrown ball. Right on the money.
Wow.
I like that play right there. That was a nice play.
I love that play. He got a nice block to make that throw on the double reverse.
Had the pressure, got away from the pressure a little bit, and he threw a strike right in the hands. Unfortunately, just could not hang on to it. And I think a little bit had to do with Jones putting his arm in there.
2nd and 10 from the 39. Freed sets up the screen. You got to wait for your blockers. He seems to be running through or by or not with his blockers. On the other screen, he did the same thing. He was way off his blockers. and he didn't seem like he was in sync with the guys in front of him.
It's too much of a gap there.
So we got a timeout on the field. We'll stay right here with 44 seconds remaining as it brings up 3rd and 6. You know, Bucky, we look at both of these teams coming into this game, and it was like who wants it more? I mean, obviously Heidelberg with 2 tough losses. Ohio Northern winning their first game and losing last week was, coming. Both of these teams really wanted to win tonight, but it looks as though the hunger is on the Heidelberg side of the field right now.
That could be.
They seem to be battling more.
Last week they played Bolin Wallace. That's who. Or John Carroll, which was ranked number 10, and they were leading in that game 16-7 in the fourth quarter, going into the fourth quarter, and it was just the Hail Marys that really got them that they couldn't overcome.
Yeah, it was a tough loss for John Carroll for them, 23-16. So they want this game here today at Ohio Northern. Flags all over the place as Freed is going to have to. They're going to have to move the ball back.
Austin Reeser. That's the second time he's come up out of that stand.
44 seconds remaining. Trips out to the right. Let's see what they do here. He looked across the middle. He's going to roll right. He's got plenty of green space to maybe get out of bounds. Did he make the first down, Bucky?
They're going to say he's about a yard shy. I look like he had it, but the ref's a little bit closer. Good run by Wilfred. A lot of pressure up front. Austin Crowe, number 91, if you came around the end, was chasing him out of the pocket. And you had Ethan Rogers is another one putting a lot of pressure on him. Nowhere really to go.
4th and 1, and they're going to punt it, Buck. I'm surprised they don't go for it here with 36 seconds remaining. You can't fake kick it. I just said it. Well, we've got a timeout. Well, we got a timeout on the field with 36 seconds remaining. We'll take this timeout. We'll be back with more. You're on NK Telco Sports.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
Here's the polar bear. Here's the Mr. Bear. Gotta love those guys. Or gals. You never know who's in that suit. It's homecoming weekend here at Ohio Northern University. Just a great crowd on hand. And the mascot is always a lot of fun for all the kids as well as the adults. Just a good night, good afternoon, I should say, here in Ada, Ohio, with 36 seconds remaining.
Looks like they're going to go
in the
for
first
it.
half.
I like the play.
I want them to go for it. You better go for it.
Now what
That's
do you do? Last time Wilfried ran it up the middle and got a 2-yard loss.
Or they're going to try to call them off sides is what they're going to do.
Yep.
And then call another timeout. So they tried to get them off sides and decided that wasn't going to work. They'd call another timeout before they got the penalty and then bring out the punting unit. So with that timeout, we'll keep it right here. We want to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's broadcast. Schwiedemann's Pharmacy, Francis Furniture, For You Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, Ohio Northern University, of course, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, QP Hamburgers, and, of course, our friends right here at NK Telco Sports. Bucky, we're so used to doing high school games and games at night. I keep saying this evening, and so I have to apologize for that.
Yeah, it's hard to get used to sometimes.
Hard to get used to.
But it's a beautiful day. Everybody's out. I mean, we got a capacity crowd. We got them lined up on the end zone and the end zone over on the left-hand side.
Looks like they're going to go for it. They came out the same position. They've got motion to the left. Let's see if they can pull it off. It's going to be handoff. No, play action pass. They're going for the end zone. He's open. He's got the 10 to the 5. Oh, my. Oh, my.
Was that a well-thrown ball? That was a
wow.
Right on. That was a strike.
He was wide open, Buck.
He was wide open.
Instead of going for the first down, they went for the jugular, and it pays off for the Polar Bears. With 27 seconds remaining on the half, and an opportunity to cut the Heidelberg lead to 3 if they can make this extra point. Wow.
Good.
Kick is up and good. A 52-yard touchdown pass from Freed to Allen.
That little fake just right up front gave him enough time to hit him.
Wow, Reed Allen, the junior from Anthony Wayne High School in White House, Ohio, coming up with that touchdown. We've got officials conferring down there. There's something happening, so we'll let them figure it out and see if there was something on the extra point. Personal foul is going to go against the defense, so they'll make it up on the ensuing kick right now. So with 27 seconds remaining in the half on the First National Bank scoreboard, it's Heidelberg 13 at Ohio Northern 10, and that's a good way to go into the locker room, Bucky.
Yeah, that was. Allen made a nice run through there. You know, he had he got a couple of steps on number 28, Justin Hutchins, and Will Freed threw a strike right on the money to him to go in the end zone.
7 for 14. He's 7 for 14 today. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Hutchins just could not catch up to him after he got that. Allen got that. He got about 3 steps on him, and that was all it took to get into that end zone.
He's 7 for 14. Will Freed is for 109 yards, 52 of them coming on that pass alone. So you know how much he's been struggling today, and that's a big-time catch and touchdown for the Polar Bears. And Reed Allen, the junior, is loving it, and that's going to pump up the Polar Bears as they head into the locker room. But they still have 27 seconds remaining. Maybe a little squib kick right here.
Yeah, that's what I would do, and they're going to go for it all.
No, he just kicked it all the way down there. I'm surprised they didn't try an onside kick, maybe something.
Yeah, you know, he's kicking off at the 50-yard line. It's an easy kick to into the end zone. I don't know if I would have probably kicked it up a little bit higher. I mean, even if he gets it 10 yards, he's beyond, you know, the 40, inside the 40-yard line, 60 yards to go.
Yeah.
You know, and there's an opportunity, you know, do you or don't you? I think I would probably try maybe an onside kick. You're still there.
Well, the penalty on Heidelberg was a personal foul against Austin Crowe. That's what cost him the 15-yard line, 15 yards on the kickoff. And they're just going to continue to run the ball here and pound it, maybe keep it in bounds, and that'll run the clock, and that'll probably be the last play of the game as Lacey was like the ball carrier there.
Heidelberg's in a hurry-up offense. I think they want to try one strike.
9 seconds, 8 seconds. 7 seconds. They've got one chance to throw it up, and they're going to try it. He's got time. He looks, throws the screen, and that's a big-time hit. Caught. But that'll bring us to the end of the first half here in Ada, Ohio. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Ron Bucky Buchanan, and what a ball game we have now, as the Ohio Northern Polar Bears will go in with 10, Heidelberg with 13. We'll be back with halftime stats and second half action after this timeout. You're on NK Telco Sports.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Francis Furniture's large selection of American-made furniture and the buying power of multiple stores gives us all the tools we need to make your furniture selection rewarding.
We carry the latest styles from brands like Serta, Broyhill, and Lazy Boy.
When you come to Francis Furniture, we will guide you through selecting the perfect recliner fitted to you.
I prefer to treat my customers like family, designing the perfect room for them to enjoy for years to come.
Let our years of service make for a superior furniture shopping experience.
Welcome back to Ada. It's halftime this afternoon's contest. I keep wanting to say tonight, but this afternoon's college football game between Ohio Northern and Heidelberg. It's time to listen to these great bands here at halftime. Let's tune in right now.
Your employees are your most valuable asset. Protect them by stopping copier violence. 4U Office provides a full line of quality printers and copiers that keeps your team working efficiently and safely.
Welcome back, everybody. What a beautiful afternoon for college football here at Ada, Ohio. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Ron Bucky Buchanan for this afternoon's college matchup between Ohio Northern and Heidelberg. 13-10 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Heidelberg up by 3, but what a great way to end the first half. A beautiful touchdown pass, a 52-yard strike, if you will, by Will Freed. And that was to Reed Allen to cut the lead to 3. Let's take a look at the rest of the statistics, Bucky.
You know, right now, Heidelberg is winning, obviously, in the first down, 17-7. But the one noticeable thing, Big Dan, is the total offensive yards, 307 in the first half for Heidelberg, 183 for Ohio Northern. You look at John Sandwich, 14 of 25, 1 interception, 211 yards, 1 touchdown. And Will Freed on the other side is 7 for 14, 109 yards, 1 touchdown with that last throw for 52 yards.
And that 1 interception on the first play of the game.
Right. You know, and the other thing is Justin Magazine's rushed 12 times, 72 yards. On the other side, Lacey's 15 for 70. So it's pretty well even on the rushing aspect of it. But obviously, we've got a real good game here.
And here's the ensuing kickoff, taken inside the 5 to the 10, 15, and upended at the 20-yard line. Wow.
That was a nice play by Walker, ran right in.
Well, we took a look at these two teams coming into this game, and both of them desperate for a win. Heidelberg especially with 2 tough losses to start the season. They want it bad, and of course Ohio Northern with an opening win against Utica and a tough loss to Baldwin Wallace College last week. And on 1st and 10, they'll move the ball up about the 23-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd and 7, Buck.
Yeah, just kind of looking at the keys to the game right now, the early scoring of Ohio University or Ohio Northern, they haven't had that, and just starting to pick it up a little bit. And Lacey's making a nice run for a first down. It's a pickup of about 12 yards.
Yeah, he got up to about the 39-yard line. Did a great job. And I think if he would have broke one more tackle, he would have been gone, Buck.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Smergy, number 22, making the stop. Nice read.
Trying to get around left end there is number 2. That's Lacey again with a gain of, maybe about 6 on the game.
Scott Repp, number 99, had him in the backfield and kind of squirted away from him.
Boy, I love this hurry-up offense. They just go, baby.
Yeah, they do.
2 wide receivers right, 1 left, single setback for Sandwich, and that intended pass for DeLisa falls incomplete.
Well, that was right on the money, right between his hands.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, our friends this afternoon's broadcast, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, and, of course, Cupie Hamburgers. Just underway, second half action. Heidelberg on the move, though 3rd and 3 on this play. And it's a quarterback keeper. Is he gabbing up for the first down? Yes, he does, as he powers forward into ONU territory, and they'll move the chains.
That was a really nice read by Sandwich. He saw Smurgy coming around, a little stunt there, and he came around the left side, and he stepped up and ran for the first down, Dan. That was good heads-up play by John Sandwich.
1st and 10 from the 49 of Ohio Northern. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. That single setback is Lacey, and Lacey going to fake it and keep it is the quarterback Sandwich, and Sandwich barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he had really nowhere to go on that. It was a good stay-at-home play.
Exactly.
By Huntley. Jason Huntley making a nice play.
That's the one thing that Ohio Northern has to do here in the second half. They can't over-pursue the ball, which is what Heidelberg took advantage of in the first half.
Yeah, they have to be more disciplined, a little bit better discipline on the defensive side, and so far it's done. They've done really well.
2nd and 10 from the 49. Handoff, it's Lacey, and Lacey on a delayed draw gets about 4 more yards. It'll bring up 3rd and long.
Another stop by Huntley. Looks like he's coming off the field a little bit.
You know, Buck, the way that Ohio Northern's offense, with the exception of that last drive, is playing, I would think this might be 4-down territory irregardless for Heidelberg. We'll see what happens on this 3rd and 6 from the 45 of Ohio Northern. Motion to the left. Sandwich looks, fires open across the middle. It doesn't have to worry about it because it's the it's DeLisa, right?
Yeah, it looked like Christian Randolph had good coverage on him. It was just a well-thrown ball by Sandwich.
1st and 10 now from the 31. It's a handoff to Lacey. Lacey skips, has some running room inside the 10 to the 5, down to the 1-yard line, almost in the end zone.
Oh, that was absolutely
wow.
It was really good. Tyler Hunter, number 76, opened up that door for him, and it was 1 step, 2 cuts, and he was almost into the house.
That was a great burst of speed. 1st and goal from the 1. Hand off to Lacey. Lacey trying to jump over center and into the end zone.
He's going to be short.
And they're going to say he was tackled just short. About the 1 foot yard line. Wow. 1 foot line. Oh, wow. Line up under center and just punch it in. There we go. Here's Sandwich under center. Quarterback keeper. Touchdown. And he's in for the score. With 11:22 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Actually, the first possession of the second half. Heidelberg gets back that last second touchdown, if you will, by Ohio Northern to end the first half by taking the opening drive of the second half all the way in for a touchdown here with 11:22 remaining to extend our lead to 19-10. Let's see if they can make it an even 10. And flags on the play. Let's see what's happening.
Defense offsides, number 7, half the distance to the goal. Repeat the try.
Why not go for 2?
Yeah, it's going to bring an interesting call. He's going to give it a minute just to see if he. He's going to. Looks like he's going to just kick it.
Going to question that call, and we'll see how it shakes out at the end here. Get officials timeout on the field.
I don't know why.
What's happening? There, Buck?
I think he was questioning the spot of the ball.
Half the distance to go on. There you go. And still, they should be going for 2.
Yeah. It's a line drive.
That was a pretty rough kick there to make it through the uprights, but good enough from that distance, and that will extend the Heidelberg lead to 20-10. So with 11:10 remaining, actually just underway here in the second half, here in the third quarter from Ada, Ohio. It's a beautiful afternoon for football. We'll keep it right here. Thank our sponsors, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, NK Telco, of course, Wagner's IGA, For You Office Supplies, and remind you that the First National Bank scoreboard has Heidelberg up 20-10. Buck, that was a pretty impressive opening drive for the second half right there.
Yeah, I think it was like a nine play, 70-yard touchdown. Very impressive. Took a little bit of time off the clock. And I know you're going to probably see him run just a little bit more, but Ed Sandwiches is he's throwing strikes today.
Well, that drive helped Lacey boost his yardage for today. 21 carries, 129 yards on the day. That 30-yard carry on that drive was his longest. It boosted his average for the afternoon to 6.1 yards. So that's a heck of a running back right there with almost a full half yet to play here today, Buck.
Yeah, it definitely helps him out in the stat column. Oh, nice play. Looks like number
Reed Allen on the return.
About a 10-yard return. First and 10 from Bears for their own 20-yard line.
And they'll mark the ball right at the 20-yard line and start first and 10 for their first possession of the second half. In the shotgun is Freed. Back there with him is Magazine. He's got motion to the right. Two wide receivers to the right. Looks down the middle of the field, has a man open. And it's caught at the 40, to the 30, to the 20, 10, tries to break the tackle, out of bounds at the 5-yard line. What a pitch and catch, and just like that, Ohio Northern strikes back. Reed Allen on the receiving end there, and boy, did Freed throw a nice pass, Buck.
Right over his shoulders, just perfect. Right over Scott. He had Scott beat by about 5 yards, and even so, he hit him right in stride for an easy.
First and goal from the 5. Fake handoff.
Oh, he's got it tied in.
Just run the ball, and he's going to run it in. He had nothing but green territory. And a hit after he got into the end zone. It could have been a flag. They're not going to throw it, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Polar Bears.
That's exactly what the Polar Bears needed to get back in this game, and they did it. And they did it with a 2-play drive.
Well, there's a lot of extracurricular happening there
after
the touchdown, and let's see.
Looked like Dudley, number 48 for Heidelberg, got in there and just got a little hit on Freed when he was crossing the a little frustration hit. I don't think it was that big of a deal.
5-yard touchdown run. And there's no flag on the play, so with 10:46 remaining, just like that, they'll try to attempt the extra point. Wow. You want to talk about a scoring drive.
That was an excellent, nice answer.
75-yard pass to Reed Allen. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 10:46 remaining here in the third quarter, both teams take their first possession of the second half into the end zone, and we're at 20-16 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Let's take a look at his touchdown one more time, Buck. He had nothing but green territory. He had to run the ball.
Yeah. A little bit of acting at the end. I don't think he really got hit. The ball got hit, and I think he was looking for that extra flag. But nevertheless, that's a good, very good play.
On the Sydney Body Car Star replay, want to thank our friends from Sydney Body Car Star for sponsoring the replay today. And, Buck, let's go back to our keys of the game here, thanks to our friends at Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Salina, where the dealer makes the difference. What has been the difference in the game according to our keys to the game when we started this game?
Yeah, the offensive line was struggling. That's been corrected, and it looks like they've been playing really well when you're putting 20 points up on the board. The other thing is slowing down Ohio Northern's offense. Well, they've all except for that last 75-yard drive, they've done an excellent job.
It looked like that ball made it into the end zone, but they're going to say it was picked up at the 1-yard line on the ensuing kickoff, and good pursuit down the field.
That was a great open field tackle. It's hard to see his number, but it looks like Nick Casey, number 40 for the Polar Bears. Nice open field tackle.
On the First National Bank scoreboard, it's 20-17 now. Heidelberg up by 3, and Heidelberg with their second possession of the second half. Sandwich going to hand it off to Lacey, and Lacey not going anywhere.
Nowhere to go. He had 22, Zach Smergy, along with looked like Huntley also in on that stop.
It was Donovan Walker on that return for Heidelberg. He had about 11 yards, and the tackle was by Christian Randolph. 10-12 remaining. 2nd and 10 now. Sandwich looks, throws, fires, caught. And right across the middle was the big guy, number 81.
Now that ball was thrown really well, and looks like Morris is coming up injured there. He's going to walk off. Tony's going to walk off the field limping pretty good. But that was a great throw by Sandwich again, man, right on the money. Guys
Demetrius McGee on the receiving end. They'll move the chains 1st and 10 from the 23. High snap, but still a handoff to Lacey. Dancing his way deep into the backfield of ONU. And boy, once he got by the linebackers, he had one safety to beat, and he was gone. And he's taking himself out right now. But
yeah, I think he might be a little bit winded.
And just like that, they get in there and set it up again. Boy, I'll tell you, they just go right after it. I love this quick-moving offense for both teams.
I do too. It's I like that. Keeps everybody off balance a little bit. And right now, Sandwich is doing an excellent job.
Well, with Lacey out, and after Lacey got that 18-yard gain to get the first down, trying to look on the sideline to see what's been going on with him, and I don't see too much activity over there right now. So I can't quite tell if he's injured or whether or not he's going to come back in.
Nice play.
But on 3rd down, it looks like Ohio Northern stands up Jose Sanchez, who has replaced Lacey. He got 5 yards on the first carry, 3 on the second carry, and wasn't going anywhere on that one. Maybe lost yardage on the play.
He ran into number 40, Nick Casey.
And just like that, they're going to bring out the punting unit. So 4th and 4 from the 47. 8:52 remaining here in the third quarter. 20-17 on the First National Bank scoreboard. Heidelberg up by 3. They're going to have to punt this one away.
Two great.
Yes, Sanchez got in there. They ran him 3 times straight in a row after he replaced Lacey. And I would think they would have slowed it down a little bit to see if they can get Lacey back into the game, but they didn't even attempt to.
No.
That was kind of strange. Nice punt there, taken inside the 10 and down right away. Boy, what a great job. What great coverage there. Number 35 for Heidelberg. Really worked down there fast. It was able to contain him.
Zach Yates was just waiting on that, waiting on him to catch the ball. Actually, it was a very, very, very good punt on that. It looks like, I think, both teams are having a little bit of trouble on that punting on the on the west side of the end zone.
No doubt, and we've got some really good, consistent winds coming from the south to the north right now, and you can see the flag out there. It's kind of standing straight out there. So anybody who is heading south to north is going to have a little bit of advantage, as we've seen here today. Here's Will Freed in the shotgun, trips out to the left.
Oh, nowhere to go
and
on
that handoff not going anywhere. His magazine gets wrapped up. That's his 13th carry of the game. 72 yards so far today, his longest being a 33-yard.
Yeah, he ran right into 91. Austin Crowe, another terrific player for Heidelberg's, done an excellent job today again. He's got two tackles for losses.
Trying to get a beat on Lacey on the other side of the field there for Heidelberg. 23 rushes today, 147 yards. They don't want to see him go out of the game. Nice screen pass set up there. Beautiful by Ohio Northern. Boy, I'll tell you, they did a great job of getting that ball out there, Buck.
He made a nice little cut back.
Devin Price on the receiving end.
Price made a nice little cut back and picked up the first down.
So 1st and 10 from the 20. That was a big first down because you don't want to get caught deep in your territory and give this potent Heidelberg offense good field position at all. Let's see if they can continue to move the ball and take advantage of that last possession where they were able to get a touchdown. Freed in the shotgun, 2 wide receivers right, motion right, fake handoff, looking across the middle, overthrows the intended receiver.
Yeah, he was.
Again, that one intended for Price.
No, I don't think Price was really open on that. Reed was wide open going down, doing that post, and he looked like he had a couple of steps on Stout again.
Well, Freed's been doing a good job of moving the ball around when he has been passing the ball. Of course, Price there has 2 receptions. Logan Ray with 2, Allen with 2. Magazine even has 2. Holmes has 1. 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2 other guys in the backfield, kind of a full house backfield, going to hand it off to the fullback. And well, I'll tell you, they've been struggling between tackles here tonight, Bucky.
Yeah, they certainly have. That's again, we call Crowe, Austin Crowe, along with look like Joe Woolley. We haven't called his number very often, but definitely up front, playing really well against the Polar Bears offensive line.
3rd and 8 from the 22, 6:49 remaining here in the third quarter. And movement on the line, and that should move the ball 5 yards to the positive side for the Polar Bears. Buck?
Yeah, Harrison Brown just got a little bit excited. I think he misread that snap count. He was all fired up, ready to get in there and get him some Freed, if you will.
Will Freed, of course, coming into this series right now, 9 of 17 with 1 interception and 1 touchdown, as long as, of course, that 75-yard pass to Reed Allen. It's 3rd and 3. He doesn't have to get much here to keep this momentum going in the first down for the Polar Bears. Motion right, sets up, looks. He probably could have ran. Pass is caught.
Nice block.
And what a nice turn around the right end after the catch. Reed Allen on the receiving end there. And boy, Reed Allen did a great job of running after that catch, Bucky.
Oh, he definitely did, but I really like it was 83 for the Polar Bears.
Look at that nice block. You're right.
Real nice block to give him that extra 10 yards. Excellent block.
Nice seal. 1st and 10 from the 43 of Heidelberg. Fake handoff, play action. Freed rolling
He's got him
right,
wide
looks.
open.
He's wide open, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, Price was looking to run, not to catch. Well thrown ball. Will Freed right on the
Good call,
right
Bucky,
money.
ahead of time to see him wide open.
Wide open.
The senior just could not hold on to that pass.
I don't think anybody's more frustrated than Price at this point.
2nd and 10 from the 43.
A lot of, Freed got a lot of time back in there. Stood in the pocket, then he rolled out when he got a little bit of pressure off to the right side. Did an excellent job of reading and throwing the ball.
Motion to the left. Is he going to set up the screen? He does. That little bubble screen, and there was a nice block. They're going to call. They were calling for the hold out there. And there may be a flag, and they're going to call that hold.
Yeah, I think they're going to call it again on 83.
Let's see what we got here. Boy, Devin Price has been targeted a lot by Will Freed tonight. When you look at the number of pass attempts.
Sterling Maurice, number 83 for the Ohio Northern Polar Bears. Had a great block before, but holding on that call.
That's a bad break there for
Yeah, it
Ohio
certainly
Northern.
is.
2nd and 17 as they mark the ball. The nose sitting right at midfield at the 50. Freed in the shotgun with 5:38 remaining here in the quarter. Magazine, the ball carrier. That's his 15th carry of the game. He's up near about 75 yards so far today.
You know, I like the call over here against Scott, number 6. I like that long throw. I would try that over here. You know, you got a one-on-one.
3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. 3rd and 13. Freed feeling the pressure, and he's going down. What a great blitz and great pursuit up the field by Heidelberg.
Yeah,
Buck, he didn't even have a chance.
Not a chance at all. You had Joe Woolley, number 30, coming in along with Ryan Millar. Just absolutely, you know, one came from the backside, pushed some pressure, pushed him up into the line. Nowhere to go. Has to eat it and have to punt.
2nd and 19 from the 40, or 4th and 19 from the 47-yard line. So it's an obvious punt situation here for Bergman. Again, the Coldwater graduate standing inside his 35, kicks it from about the 36-yard line. Nice boot inside the 5, and it's going to go into the end zone for the touchback. They'll bring it back out to the 20. Surprised he didn't try to coffin corner that one, Bucky, but that's just me. You don't see much of that anymore. What's the deal?
It's not, you know, they learn how to kick the ball and it hits the ground and it bounces back a little bit or it dies right there. You know, I guess you got to hit the point of the ball on your foot, the top of your foot, in order to do that. That one's a nice little spiral that, you know, as soon as it hits, it goes in the end zone. I agree with you, Dan. I know, but it's hard to kick something, you know, at the 45 into the corner like that.
1st and 10 from the 20. It's a handoff to Lacey. Lacey dancing his way. I'll tell you, that first hole by Heidelberg, if they get like what they call a sucker trap, where they open up that hole to get Lacey through and then swing in one of the guards that I've noticed to kick out one of the linebackers, Lacey's going to get 8 to 10 yards almost every play.
Right. Tello's done an excellent job. Nice pushback by Smirgy. He's wide open.
That pass gets tipped and intercepted.
Nice play by Bloom getting that ball.
Oh, my.
Looks like it hit off of McGee's shoulder pads, popped straight up.
And what a break for the Polar Bears.
That's exactly what they needed. Well, they're in.
Kind of surprised that he went up and put his hand up on that ball without trying to grab it with both hands, because it came down to that old tip drill they teach the defensive backs. And they were right there to haul that baby in. Sandwich's pass was intercepted by Darrell Bloom. Bloom's return -2 yards. Tackled by Chris Williams. 1st and 10 from the 33. 3 wide receivers out to the right. Freed.
He's got him again.
Looks, throws, and overthrows the intended receiver.
He hit Allen again. He had one-on-one coverage out there with Wissendale.
That was one of those plays, Bucky, that I was kind of surprised he didn't run the ball right there.
Yeah. You know, that's what I was thinking too, Dan. You know, there's a lot of times where you have that much time, you know, it opens up, they're spread out, and there's lanes that he can, you know, pick up maybe 4 or 5 yards.
2nd and 10 from the 33. You can't waste this field position. You got to move it forward. They're going to hand it off, and that one's not going anywhere. Although he did take a couple guys with him.
Yeah, one he really got was, it looked like Will Lance grabbed a hold of Magazine, wouldn't let him go, and a little bit of shoving afterwards. Nice fake.
Calling a gain of 2. It's 3rd and 8, Buck. They got to get some positive yardage here to possibly go for it on 4th down, or even to bring out the kicking unit.
Yeah, one person they haven't thrown to is Logan Ray. It's 6'5" wide receiver. And there he's
Freed looks, throws, fires, caught! Got enough for the 1st down inside the 20-yard line. What a nice pass by Freed.
Yeah, Jimmy Turner, number 23, was right there all over him, and that was just a nice throw. When he made that, before he even made that turn, he
Justin McCray on the receiving end there, his first reception of the game. The junior, 6'6", from Van Wert, Ohio. Another Western Buckeye League graduate. 1st and 10 from the 19. Freed in the shotgun. Sets, looks, has plenty of time, fires. Oh, he threw it behind the intended receiver.
A little high and high and behind.
Trying to find Devin Price there, and Price, if you would have let him a little bit there instead of throwing it behind him, he probably would have had 6 points. Wow. Stops the clock with 2:17 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. On the First National Bank scoreboard, I should say, Heidelberg 20. Ohio Northern 17, and threatening right now. 2nd and 10 from the 19. Freed in the shotgun with trips out to the left. Single wide receiver right. We've got a little bit of motion to the right. He's going to look to the right and caught. Almost a touchdown there, and I'm telling you, number 17 is a nice target there. Justin McCray, the senior from Fairfield down in Cincinnati. Bucky on the receiving end of that one.
Nice little slant right on the money. Good timing. 1st down, 1st and goal.
McCray with his 2nd reception of the game. 16-yard gain. It'll be 1st and goal from the 3, Buck.
Yeah, you know, I think I would probably try to. Looks like they're gonna double cover him.
They're trying to punch it in here. Nope, they're going to play action. They're going to try to pass. And he's going to be sacked for a loss, Buck.
He's got to get rid of that ball. Nowhere to really go on that. Good coverage. Linebackers drop back in coverage. But, you know, you had Crowe and you had Rogers coming in, and Freed really didn't have much time. That's that young quarterback where he's wanting to make wants to make the play, and you turn out the play is you've got a 10-yard loss.
Exactly. You gave up that great field position at 1st and goal from the 3. I say 4 plays and power run it in with Magazine. Now they're probably going to try to run it again as 2nd and 13, and that's what they do. Magazine inside the 10, inside the 5, gets back some of the lost yardage, but it's still going to bring up 3rd down. Was there a fumble on the play, Buck?
No,
he held on to it.
He held on to it. Looked like there might have been a little bit of holding there in the front line.
But that would have been my way to go on 1st and goal from the 3, is just 3 times to Magazine and let him go.
Exactly. That's what I would have said, too. Is just try, maybe even a sweep, a power sweep.
9-yard run by Magazine will punch it down inside the 5-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and goal.
This is the big play for Ohio Northern.
And the Polar Bear fans are restless here. Trips out to the left. They're going to try to throw it in, believe it or not. Oh, my. How did he get it in there, Buck?
Oh, it was a great throw. Good, strong throw in between. It looked like Swallow and Hagedorn. Just an absolutely nice throw.
How in the world did he thread the needle on that pass? That was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Where did Wilfried threw an absolute bullet into the end zone with 17 seconds remaining here in the quarter to give Ohio Northern their first lead of the game, 23-20. The extra point to try to tack on one more, and it is. Let's take a look at this replay one more time, Buck. Wow. Logan Ray on the receiving end there, and how did that not get picked off?
That was great.
Unbelievable.
Great.
3 white shirts right there. And just like that, since we got 17 seconds left in the quarter, we'll keep it right here. The First National Bank scoreboard. It's the Ohio Northern Polar Bears 24, or 20 ver. If you're from Kentucky, and Heidelberg 20. Wow.
That's a nice little comeback there.
20 fur.
Wow. 17 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Dan, and you got to give it where it's due. There's a lot of a couple of nice plays here and there. I think the big thing was you had back-to-back good series, good. Strong series with that long touchdown or that 75-yard drive that they had, 2 plays touchdown. And this play, even though he got sacked and it was a 3rd and long or 2nd and long 13, they made their way back and made a nice little couple of plays.
Here's the ensuing kickoff, and that one's going to taper into the end zone. No, they're going to be able to take it and bring it out to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, to the 25. And a nice return there by number 24 for Heidelberg on the return. Bucky, I got to tell you, man, it's been a pretty exciting game so far. I mean, just when you think they're out, they're back in. And I'll tell you, it's been big play strikes for
both sides.
Ohio Northern and Heidelberg,
yep.
Right.
Both sides have really done well throwing the ball, and pitch and catch is
here's a handoff. And that one to Lacey will gain of about, well, they're going to say there's no gain on the play, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter with the score on the First National Bank scoreboard. It's Ohio Northern in the lead, 24. Heidelberg 20 on his homecoming afternoon. We'll be back with fourth quarter action right after this year on NK Telco Sports.
Wegner's IGA have been servicing their communities for more than 90 years, spanning 3 generations. Wegner's founded their business on 2 basic principles: excellent customer service and quality products. Visit all our locations and experience the finest selection of deli, fresh meats, and a variety of beverage choices. While there, don't forget to check out our vast selection of fresh coffee beans, produce, dairy, and bakery items. Visit Wegner's today in Minster, Fort Laramie, and now New Bremen.
Welcome back. Wow, what a ball game here tonight from Ada, Ohio. And here's Heidelberg on the ensuing possession. 1st and 10 from their own 25. The pass is complete. And just like that, they're moving the ball again. Wow, Bucky, I'll tell you, there is no hesitation by this Heidelberg team whatsoever. Timeouts or no timeouts, end of the quarter, end of the half. These guys are out there ready to play football.
No doubt about it.
Just like that.
Busted play, and here comes
busted play is going to get tackled in the backfield.
Justin Teo coming in and making the stop. It brings up a 4th down, Big Dan. And right now, the momentum is switched over to Ohio Northern in the last 3 series.
Wow. And just like that, they're in punt formation, man. Unbelievable.
Nice hit.
And a nice return. And just like that, back come the Polar Bears. Unbelievable.
We got
now a late second flag on the play.
Yeah, it's foolish play. Foolish play, and it's going to be against Ohio Northern. Number 24 for taunting. That really backs them, takes away all that momentum that they had real quick.
Yeah, it does.
You know, Peyton Steele.
Unsportsmanlike contact. Number 24, receiving team. It's a 15-yard penalty.
That really hurts him.
From the end of the run.
Cody Fox, number 11, comes up to give Seal a piece of his mind about what not to do. That's a senior telling a sophomore what not to do, which is always important for the the older guys to do.
1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Freed with a play action, looks, throws, fires, caught. Wow.
Allen got twisted up a little bit, but he seems to be getting up and running.
Reed Allen on the receiving end there with another 1st down for the Polar Bears. What a nice concentration to keep that ball as he was getting clipped down right below the knees there, twisted around there too. 1st and 10 from the 47 of Heidelberg. 13:20 remaining in the game. Motion to the right. 2 wide receivers to the right. Play action, quarterback keeper. It's going to be Freed trying to turn the corner.
1st down.
Russell out of bounds here, another 1st down for the Polar Bears, Buck.
I like that play right there. He just little hand fake, took off running to the left, had a little bit of wide open field. Well, they're going to mark him. They're going to mark him short of the 1st down. I thought he was well past the sticks. But nevertheless, the
2nd and 1. Play action here. Go for the touchdown. What do you think?
No, go for the 1st down.
And that's what they're going to do. They're going to hand it off. He's got more than just the 1st down. Inside the 10, inside the 5. How about the 1st down and almost a touchdown?
Almost. That's a really good run by Justin Magazine.
You get what you want, and I get what I want. Even though it wasn't a pass, but my, oh my, almost a touchdown there. What a big-time run. Nice burst of speed right up the gut there. Look at him.
No doubt about it.
Turn on the jets and lean forward, trying to get that touchdown. 1st and goal from the 1.
Sean Bells, number 39, got juked a little bit there. And there he goes.
No doubt about it right there. Touchdown, Polar Bears. Justin Magazine having a good game as well. Well, we looked across on the other side of the field as Brian Lacey, 26 carries, 148 yards, the 5.7 average, but right there, Justin Magazine now with 19 carries, 123 yards and a touchdown, and a 6.8 average as long as 37 yards. Here's the extra point attempt. And just like that, on homecoming weekend, with 12:26 remaining in the game, do you believe it? Not after that first half, Bucky.
No, not at all.
31-20. Ohio Northern on the First National Bank scoreboard. What a turnaround of events here in the last quarter and a half.
Oh, yeah, it's been all Polar Bears the second half. No doubt about it. We've been playing.
Well, you take it
well.
from their last touchdown, the touchdown to end the first half through this second half, and they definitely are. It's a totally different team right now.
Yeah, it is. No doubt about it. I think that's you got a little bit of movement from Freed that opened up some. He's got some little bit of running. He's done some running. He's done excellent passing. He's passing. He's hitting his wide open receivers is what's happening.
Freed right now 15 of 26, 1 interception and 2 touchdowns, 5 yards. His longest 75 yards, of course. That was a heck of a last drive there. That just went quicker than you could imagine.
Yeah, I think that was like
those last
a minute.
2 possessions. I mean, they stopped Heidelberg dead in their tracks, came back and scored, and boom, boom, boom. Just like that, up by 11. Hard to believe.
Yeah, you can also see the frustration in the defensive, just on some of the things that they've been doing. You know, the frustration on a touchdown.
4 plays, 60 yards, $112 is what they used in time of possession on that last drive. Here's the ensuing kickoff and a big-time hit there.
Nice hit, nice play by number 88, Logan Ray. The big tight end on the offensive tight end on that, and he put a wallop to him.
So Sandwich now 17 of 30 in the game with 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown, 246 yards. Got to get his team back into it now. 1st and 10 from his own 20. 12-21 remaining here in the game, down by 11. Fake handoff. Under a little bit of pressure. He's running. He looks. He throws downfield. Has a man open. Caught.
Oh.
Wow. Way to see that guy coming back. I'm telling you, that was a nice pass to Nick DeLisa again. DeLisa, the 5'8" junior from Mentor, Ohio, found his way open, came back to the quarterback, and, of course, Sandwich found him for the big gain.
A lot of pressure by Mike Cunningham on that play. Got away with a hold on a pack of Polar Bears.
And that's Sanchez, the ball carrier right now, so we're not seeing Brian Lacey so far, and I'm wondering if he's hurt, if he's okay. 2nd and 6 after the gain of 4, 11:37 remaining in the clock running. Sandwich looks, throws, and overthrows the intended receiver. Oh, and they're going to say there was a little bit of contact there, and I don't know if that was a catchable ball, Buck. He threw that about 10 yards over his head.
That's what I thought too. I thought it was well over his head, and I think they're going to discuss this, and they're going to come back and make the right call. I'm not so sure that he was in the position to make that call with the line judge over, or the side judge where he was, and he had a better view of the pass itself. Well, they're going to call it.
They're going to call it. Much to the dismay of the Polar Bear faithful. Just a beautiful afternoon for football. I can't emphasize what a great day it is today here on the campus of the Ohio Northern University. What a great crowd on hand here today, too. Just amazing. It's just, this is perfect football weather here today.
It is. Great crowd.
And it's homecoming. You bring back all the faithful. You bring back people that are going into their Hall of Fame, too, and just a beautiful, beautiful night.
Alumni band was playing. Sounded excellent.
Yeah, they brought in 40 40 members from the alumni to play with the existing marching band here today. 1st and 10, they'll call it the 39 of Ohio Northern. Sandwich steps up, looks, throws, and he's down. Once he caught the ball and his knee hit the ground, number 89, Hoja.
Oh, great throw by Sandwich. Got a little bit of pressure, stepped up in the pocket and fired a strike. But you know, that was, he threw that. That was a bullet.
Hoja is a nice target out there. 6'3" from Lakewood, Ohio. We'll stop the clock with 11:26, and the officials have figured out what they're doing for dinner tonight. Start the clock back up. 2nd and 7 from the 36. High snap. Been a lot of high snaps. Kind of waiting for that ball to go, get up over Sandwich's head sometime today.
Yeah.
My goodness. And that running play back into the game is
Lacey's back in the game.
yeah, it's Lacey.
You know, right now they're looking for that, you know, a 3rd and less than 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 1. Well, it's 4th down all the way, so maybe they'll pass on this play. Play action? No, they're going to give it to Lacey. Lacey breaks the tackle, hands the first down inside the 25, and they'll move the chains, Buck.
I think the second on that first missed tackle, I think if he would have broke that outside, he might have had a chance pick up a few more yards, and who knows.
No doubt about it. I'll tell you, one of the things that I'm impressed with is Heidelberg's ability to kick it around the corner. It's when Polar Bears stay home is when they're able to stop them. 1st and 10 from the 22. Motion to the right. 2 wide receivers set. Sandwich steps up. He's going to run the ball to the 20. Is it a 15 and run it out of bounds? Short of the first down. But
he made that's a good decision. He just tucked it. There was great coverage on the backside. He ends up running around for, again, what we said John Sandwich does is, you know, he can read very well, and he bolts out easy for 2nd and 3.
Sandwich now with 9 carries for about 30 yards. In the backfield is Lacey, and Lacey's not going anywhere. What a great defensive play that was.
Yeah, Zach Smurgy, number 22, coming up from linebacker position, getting out of the hole and making a beautiful
ripped his jersey out there, Buck.
Yeah, he kind of got dragged for a couple of yards. That's how strong Lacey is.
3rd and 3 from the 15. This is a big 3rd down right here, Buck. 9:43 remaining. Fake handoff, play action, no. Quarterback keeper.
He's going to be
stopped, and he might have the first down.
He's going to be awful close. I think he's going to be about a half a yard shy.
Oh, the near judge has got him short of the first down.
Yeah.
Let's see where they mark it.
I think they both got a mark down. It's a 4th down. I don't think there's any doubt that he's going to go
look at
for
this hurry up offense. Quarterback keeper, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I can see it coming. Oh, and there's movement on the line. And that's going to go against Heidelberg. Oh, no, they're pointing at ONU.
It looks like it's going to go down.
It's got to go against Heidelberg. It looked like their right side moved. Somebody on the right side moved. Let's see what happens.
The quarterback jumped out, and it looks like now they're going to.
Yeah, it's going to go against Heidelberg. There you go. That's a good call, and that's going to bring out the field goal unit, Buck.
That's a little bit of frustration on coach's face right there.
So we got a 25 from the 25-yard line, a 35-yard field goal attempt from Heidelberg. Their place kicker is Smith from Culvert High School in Tiffin. The kick is up. He's got the distance.
No good.
And it's no good.
Off to the left.
And so that missed field goal puts the energy, if you will, back on the Ohio Northern side. And with timeout on the field, we'll take a quick timeout. 9:04 remaining on the First National Bank scoreboard. It's Ohio Northern 31, Heidelberg 20. We'll be back right after this. Shotgun. They're going to hand it off to that power runner there.
Yeah, they're just going to run.
I'll tell you.
Run some of that clock
Magazine
off.
can drag some people with them too.
Oh yeah, you can, no doubt about it. But that's a good call. Take some time off the clock.
And I call Magazine a power runner only because of his size. I mean, he is almost 200. He's got to be close to 200 at 5'6". And when you're that low to the ground, you really have to get underneath him. And the problem is that with somebody that size, you can't tackle him high. He's one of those guys that you have to get down to his level. And for some of the bigger linebackers that are 6'3", they can't do that.
Right.
And so he'll have a tendency to drag people with him, and that's what a power runner that size is able to do for you. Here's on the quarterback keeper. It's Free turning the quarter up to the 40, up over the 45, and they'll move the chains and a nice run there. Nice heads-up play by Free
again
to see it on the outside and to turn it upfield.
Again, that was a good call from the coaching staff, offensive coordinator making that good call to free him up, get him some yards, and I think they weren't looking for that.
Does this guy look like a freshman to you? It's unbelievable. From San Marcos, California, San Marcos High School, Will Freed, 6'2", 185-pound quarterback here for Ohio Northern. Really turning it up a notch himself as he hands it off to the first guy through. And again, it's Magazine, the ball carrier. Magazine with his 20th carry of the game, and that's going to put him up near 140 yards with 1 touchdown, and 37 yard was his longest carry and a 6.9 yard average so far today with 7:24 remaining. Polar Bears up by 11. This is what they need to do. They need to have a long, sustained drive and run the clock so Heidelberg doesn't get it back with much time. 2nd and 5 from the 49. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, motion to the left.
And again, there it is. Nice play right there by number 58.
Magazine with probably a gain of about 2 on the play. They'll bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, I like this play calling. You're going to run some clock. If you watch him, he gets it all the way underneath about the 5-second mark before they hike the ball back.
Look at him right there. He's a little winded right there, number 4 is.
Yeah.
He's kind of hoping to get a little bit of a break here, but we'll see what happens on 3rd and 4. 48 seconds. They're going to want to continue to run it. Maybe a play action here. I would want to get the first down more than just run the clock, Buck. Let's see what happens. Motion to the right. Here's the snap. It's a quarterback keeper. Option. Rolling right. Looks. Downfield. Has time. Breaks a potential tackle and tried to sandwich it in down there.
Yeah, to Price.
If you will.
Yeah, Price was triple covered on that. He had Lance, Woolley, and it looked like Hutchinson all around him.
Yeah, he did a great job of breaking that tackle, dancing around and trying to force the ball in there. Number 3, Devin Price, just couldn't catch up. It wasn't anywhere near him. But unfortunately, the incomplete pass stops the clock, so it would have been better if he would have went down with the ball or tried to run the ball to keep the clock moving.
Yeah, right now Heidelberg needs a big return. They need to make something happen.
End over end kick.
Short kick, and he's going to let it go.
You got to catch that on the fly, brother.
Yeah, he's got
inside the 15. They'll mark it at the 14.
Yeah.
I think you got to try to make something out of that one. You certainly can't let it bounce any further. In fact, it took a Heidelberg bounce and died right when it hit the ground. So with 6:02 remaining in the game and down by 11, out comes John Sandwich in the offense.
This is a critical series for him. They have to at least get some points on the board, at least 3 and maybe more. He's going right to it. Nice throw. Nice little slant.
Nice little slant, enough for the first down. You got to love those 10-yarders. But they need 2 scores to make it happen. Under 6 minutes remaining, 1st and 10 from the 26.
Again, there it is. Again. Sandwich is a stand back there. He's throwing little strikes. Right there it was to 82.
Morris.
Morris.
Before that, DeLisa. 2nd and 3 from the 33. That time they decide they're going to try to run the ball, maybe catch the Polar Bears sleeping, and that's not going anywhere. As Lacey not getting much on that play. Now, just like that, it's 3rd and 3 from the 33. And that wakes up the Polar Bear faithful as the crowd starts to come to a roar. With 5:04 remaining, play action, looks, throws, and intercepted. Did it hit the ground? They're going to call it an intercept. They're going to say it's incomplete.
No, they're calling it incomplete. Nice play by Dan Eller, number 23, sliding over there.
Yeah, the line judge on our side of the field was able to see that right away and call that an incomplete or interception, if you will. Wow. So on 4th and 3, Heidelberg's going for it on their own 33. This is the play of the game right here. Fake handoff. No, they're going to run it. It's out of the backfield and down. Short of the first down. Let's see where they mark it. Oh, my.
I don't think that he made it. Oh, they're going to give him. What a nice spot.
Oh, my. It's going to be close.
I think he's going to be short by a few inches. Great play by Zach Smergy. I thought
it's going to be close, Buck.
I thought for sure that that Lacey was going to get that first down, but
Smergy had him by the shoestrings on that one. And this is the call of the game right here with 4:54 remaining.
If Lacey was 5 foot
Heidelberg down by 11,
he would have been first down.
Let's see
I
if
think he's going to be short. Yep, he's short.
He's going to be short by inches. Oh, my. Oh, my. And as you can hear, the Polar Bear faithful come to life on that one.
No doubt about it.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the Heidelberg 36, up by 11 with 4:54 remaining in the game. Now it's all about running the clock.
That's exactly right. You'll see a lot of running here, and rightfully so. I don't, that's the coach knew, he understood that he's not going to get the ball very, is he going to get it 2 times? I doubt it. With six minutes to go in the game, 7 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah.
He's down. He's going to have to throw the ball. I'm not sure I would really have gone for the running play on that, on the 3rd down.
Well, some kind of play action that would allow the quarterback to make that option. Either to have Lacey in front of him, fake it to Lacey, and have Lacey in front of him to block and have the option to run, or the option to pitch to Lacey, or the option to pass a little down and out, a waggle pass maybe, coming across the middle, something like that if you're going to fake it. If you're going to fake the pass and run or do something that would give some movement between 2 or 3 players. But they just decided to straight up run it over left tackle, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah, I agree.
Loss of 1 on that play. 2nd and 11 from the 37. It's all about the clock right now. 4:16 remaining, and it's running with the Polar Bears up by 11, 31-20 on the First National Bank scoreboard.
And
Magazine down to about the 35. Gets back the yardage they lost and maybe a yard, so it'll bring up 3rd and 9 from the 35. Boy, if you would have told me that Heidelberg would have come in here with 3 minutes remaining and totaled up 506 yards in total offense and only 20 points, I would have said you're crazy, man. But that's what they have, 506 yards of total offense, 20 points to show for it right now with 3:27 remaining in the clock running. Freed in the shotgun, hands it off. It's going to be short of the first down. Oh, my, what is that? What in the world is that?
I think we're going to get a little pushing and shoving.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to.
Is that the old Bush push from USC against Notre Dame?
Exactly.
Is that what we had here?
I think what we're going to have is offsetting penalties, a little pushing and shoving between number 7 Gershondale and
2 penalties. That'll mean.
Yeah.
Number 7, defense, 15, The result of the play is a first down.
They don't replay the play. They take the play and offset the penalties at the end of the play, which is when those penalties occurred. So with a little help from his friends,
he's got a first down.
Magazine has a first down. 1st and 10 from the 24, 3:14 remaining. And another flag.
Penalty.
Something happened from the sideline here.
Looks like they're going to call him another. They're going to eject him out of the game. He must have said something to the refs. Side ref there, and he just didn't. He's had enough. He said he's out.
Unsportsmanlike, 7. Defense. That's his second unsportsmanlike.
Gizdala, Scott Gizdala from Bishop Foley up in Madison Heights, Michigan.
And his coach just told him to go to the locker room. Boy, that's a long, long walk from the other side. He said something to him that he just didn't like.
So 1st and 10 now with the ball at the 12 and 3:12 and the clock running. Up by 11 on the First National Bank scoreboard. The Polar Bears in total control of this game right now, Bud.
Yeah, they're letting that clock run down. And now you're under the 3 minute. Just a quick handoff.
And again, Magazine, the ball carrier, short of the 10-yard line. I'd like to thank our sponsors for this afternoon's broadcast, tonight's broadcast, whenever you're watching this game. Schwiedemann Pharmacy, Francis Furniture, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, the Ohio Northern University, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, QB Hamburgers, First National Bank, of course, Sydney Body Car Star, and Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina. Big Dan Wilson alongside Ron Bucky Buchanan bringing you this afternoon's action from Ada, Ohio. And what a ball game tonight, this afternoon, this evening, whatever you want to call it. It is just a great game here tonight. And the Polar Bears coming from behind. It was just amazing when we started this game, Buck, that it just didn't seem like this Polar Bear offense was in sync at all.
No, not at all. You know, they went down 13-3. You know, and they came back right before halftime to make that 13-10. But, you know, and then the momentum just seemed like it stayed on Ohio Northern's side throughout the second half. And I think that's the biggest thing is that long throw, the nice touchdown early, boom. It's, and even when they got sacked, they had some yards. Not a problem. They ended up going ahead and making some good plays, making some good decisions, staying with their defense. Their defense did really well up front. You know, the whole, put a little bit of pressure on Sandwich, and came back. They stopped them. They stopped them when they needed to. And the result is once they stopped them, they got some points put on the board.
Well, one of the results of today's game is how they reacted after the very first play of the game. The interception by Freed on the very first play of the game, which, again, set the pace or the tone for that first quarter and maybe the first half. But they came right back and played tough defense. And, of course, at the end of the first half, that touchdown made a difference. They came out of the locker room a totally different team.
Exactly. Yes, they did.
3rd and 5 from the 7. That one's not going to go anywhere, but what it's going to do is roll the clock, and there's going to be another timeout on the field, I believe. Either way, we'll keep it right here.
Yeah.
But again, Bucky, when we look at the stats for today, of course, Ohio Northern, we talked about Heidelberg, 506 yards total offense so far today, 20 points to show for it. But here comes Ohio Northern University with 444 yards of total offense and 31 points to show for it. And they've done all the things that they needed to do to stop them when they needed to and to come back and score the points and make the big plays. And,
right.
I think Freed is 15 for 27 with one interception and 2 touchdowns, 274 yards so far. And, you know, he definitely has had a good game today, but Magazine, 26 carries so far, 154 yards and 1 touchdown today. Another great performance by that young man.
Excellent. Yes, he had. You know, one of the other things was Daryl Bloom with that interception that turned. I think that helped turn the tide a little bit to him, because after that they drove all the way down the field and got a score.
So the Polar Bears to attempt a 3-point try here from about the 17-yard line, 27-yard attempt in total. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So the $1:49 remaining in the game. It's the Polar Bears 34, Heidelberg 20 on the First National Bank scoreboard. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back here on NK Telco Sports.
Innovation, it's all around us. NK Telco developed a fiber network in our communities over 10 years ago when the competitors were only thinking about it. Increasing bandwidth to make it convenient for the whole family to enjoy online entertainment and gaming. With our IPTV solution, you can enjoy over 80 HD channels, providing quality TV and movies for the whole family, and even take them on the go with our Watch TV Everywhere app. All this from a company that believes in local customer service from people you know and trust. NK Telco, providing services that bring value to your everyday life.
And you can see the band huddling underneath the flag there at the north end of the field. 40-plus alumni joining them here today for homecoming.
And the band played on.
Yeah, they did a great job at halftime. Our hats off to those guys. And as always, it's kind of interesting, you know, regardless of the level that you see the marching bands in high school and college, or the level of college marching bands, they're always entertaining. We had a good halftime performance here today, here for homecoming. On the ensuing kickoff, that's picked up at the 30 and to be wrestled down at about the 33. So with the $1:46 remaining in the game, Ohio Northern 34, Heidelberg 20. And all I expect here for Sandwich is to put the ball up and fire it downfield as much as possible.
Magazine's got 26 carries, 154 yards, Dan, and that's pretty impressive right there. Now coming back. A little slow start. Yeah, no, goes down.
Sandwich under pressure, couldn't find anybody downfield and has to take the sack.
Kyle Beverly, number 38, getting the sack. That's the first time we've yelled out his number. Never too late with 1 minute and 23 seconds to call out his name.
Amen, brother. 2nd and 14. Loss of 4 on the play. Sandwich rolling right, looks, throws into the Heidelberg faithful, short of the first row.
Yeah, he looked like he was limping there when he took the, scrambling outside, and nobody to throw it to. Everybody was pretty well covered.
The camera guy thought he was targeting the NK Telco Sports, but that's okay. 3rd and 14 from the 30. Sandwich with Lacey back there at his 25. 3-step drop, looks, has time, fires, tries to get it into Lacey, and that's going to fall incomplete.
He just doesn't
Stopping
look
the clock with a minute and 4 seconds remaining.
You saw him earlier. He's pushing off and throwing strikes, and now it looks like he's got an injury.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
He didn't get any push off the back foot on that to follow through, and that ball was short, and it was only maybe 13-yard throw.
Well, an incomplete pass intended for Lacey, before that intended for Moore, and that's going to bring up 4th and 14. Sandwich steps up, and that's not going anywhere. He's got to try to get rid of the ball. Didn't even try to throw it downfield as he takes the sack and turns the ball over on downs to the Polar Bears with 59 seconds remaining in the game.
Yeah, Mark Argley, number 43, making the sack there. And again, that'll probably do it. This will do it, this game. Take a knee, go home with a victory.
Isn't that nice to say? take a knee, go home with a victory. That's always nice to say. It's even nicer when they actually do it. Let's see what happens. Are they going to take a knee? Yes, they are. I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast. Again, Schwiedemann's Pharmacy, Francis Furniture, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner's IGA, the Ohio Northern University, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, our friends at Kewpie Hamburgers. Come on, man. Kewpie Hamburgers. I love that. Kewpie. There's nothing like a Kewpie, baby.
No, there isn't.
First National Bank, Sydney Body Car Star, and Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Salina. And, of course, our friends here at NK Telco.
You know, one thing we talked about as keys of the game was slowing down Ohio Northern's passing and running attack. Will Frias 15 to 27.
Yeah, I don't know if they really slowed them down, but they didn't stop the big plays.
They didn't stop the big plays. You know, that was a 75-yard touchdown throw, you know, that he had. The 2 touchdown throws he had the tight end going out. That was a great play at the end, feeding it right through there. Justin Magazine, 154 yards and 26 carries. You know, and I think that was really the key to the game.
Well, we'll be back to wrap up all the numbers for you after we take this final timeout. With the score, First National Bank, our final is Heidelberg 20, the Polar Bears 34. We'll be back to wrap it all up for you right after this final timeout.
At Minster Bank, we understand that life can get hectic. That's why when it comes to your banking, we offer the services that make your life simpler, with tools like person-to-person payments, Pop Money, mobile and online banking, and bill pay. But most of all, Minster Bank is a supportive member of your community, with personal relationships and customer service that reach outside of our branches. Minster Bank, helping people achieve financial success.
You owe it to yourself twice a year a checkup at Minster Dental Care. Our specialized doctors, Jim Overman, Jim Myring, Sean Sharp, and Philip Slunkowski, are ready to give you the smile you've always dreamed of at any stage of your life. Pediatric, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry are just a few of the services offered. Our latest advancements include CEREC dentistry that allows us to create and deliver a crown in one convenient visit. We're located on State Route 66 in Minster, 419-628-3380 to schedule your appointment today. You owe it to yourself.
Schwiedemann Pharmacies began serving the people of Auglaize County in 1916 when Urban Schwiedemann purchased the building and business from J.H. Hoffman. The New Bremen location is one of the longest-running pharmacies in the country, with over 110 years of serving its patrons. Since then, 4 more stores have been added: Coldwater, St. Mary's, Minster, and Wapakoneta to round out the group. Our services include prescription refills, home medical equipment, nursing home services, customized compounded medication, vaccinations, and so much more.
Francis Furniture's large selection of American-made furniture and the buying power of multiple stores gives us all the tools we need to make your furniture selection rewarding.
We carry the latest styles from brands like Serta, Broyhill, and Lazy Boy.
When you come to Francis Furniture, we will guide you through selecting the perfect recliner fitted to you.
I prefer to treat my customers like family, designing the perfect room for them to enjoy for years to come.
Let our years of service make for a superior furniture shopping experience.
Your employees are your most valuable asset. Protect them by stopping copier violence. 4U Office provides a full line of quality printers and copiers that keeps your team working efficiently and safely.
Good afternoon, everybody. Big Dan Wilson with you from beautiful Ada, Ohio. My tag team partner, Ron Bucky Buchanan. And I'll tell you, it was one heck of a ball game here tonight, Bucky. Let's talk about what happened here today between Heidelberg and Ohio Northern University.
Certainly, Ohio Northern definitely came out to play in the second half and dominated them. You know, basically what they did is they ran, they passed, they had some nice throws. But the final stats, Will Freed was 15 of 27, 274 yards, 2 touchdowns. His long throw was 75 yards for that TD. Justin Magazine, 26 carries, 154 yards. Will Freed, 11 carries, only had 10 yards on that, but that wasn't a big deal. He had a couple of nice runs. On the other side, Lacey, 31 carries, 164 yards. John Sandwich, 21. He had 21 completions, 37 attempts, 290 yards, 2 touchdowns, so 2 interceptions. So, right there was the big key to the game was the interceptions on that side. He had a couple of nice interceptions, but Reed Allen had 3 catches, 33 yards, and he had that touchdown. That was 4 catches, 170 yards, 1 score. And that really was the game right there when he made that over-the-shoulder catch and went in. That was a great catch. So, right, and to say it all right there, Dan, I think it was field position on Ohio Northern side. They got good field positions when they needed it in the second half, and that was the big key to the game.
Buck, when we look back on this particular game, one of the things we're going to notice is that slow start from Ohio Northern in that first half. But when you look at the final statistics, too, as far as total offense for both teams, we're talking nearly 1,000 yards between both of these teams alone. And yet it was the big plays, the big hitters, and the mistakes that cost one team a victory. It gave another team the win.
That's correct. The interception down here with Bloom, they marched down the field, got that score, came back, held Heidelberg 4 and out, and got the ball back, and then marched back down, got a field goal. And right there you could just feel the momentum of swing to Ohio Northern. And I don't really think that Heidelberg at that point really caught up. You could see some of the frustrations, some of the calls that they got. He got a couple of penalties. One guy got kicked out just because he was frustrated, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
And that got the best of him. The coach is probably going to address that in the locker room.
No doubt.
Don't lose your composure in these very tight games. And that was that there was about 3 penalties that really hurt him. That one was a third down. They had a third down and 21 yards, and they ended up with a 15-yard penalty with automatic first down. That was another big key in the game. Was no matter what, you've got to walk away from those those arguments. Fight it another time on the field on the next good play. So I think that really weighed heavy on Heidelberg to really not make that true stop and get going. So I think that was one of the big keys, the frustrations. But what really caused of that was Will Freed. He threw the ball really well in the second half.
He did. Yeah.
He made some good reads, some good plays, some
big plays,
some running plays that got him the first down, that kept those drives going alive. And
perseverance, I think, is what the key was for the Polar Bears, and that's what they did. They were able to persevere over what was happening as far as ball control by Heidelberg in that first quarter and well into the second quarter. Then get that touchdown to go into the end zone, really change the way the momentum was going for the rest of the game, and Ohio Northern didn't lose sight of that and just took it on to a 34-20 victory.
And I think if you also look the second half, I think after the first series, Lacey went out. We didn't see him for quite a while.
Yeah, exactly.
And then Sandwich, he also, it seemed in the fourth quarter there were some injuries there because he really wasn't throwing the ball, he wasn't stepping and throwing the ball, and he was coming up lumpy.
That's a good point.
You watched him go out on the right side, scramble around. He really didn't have that speed that he had in the first half. So that, he got a few.
And our hats off, though, to
nicks.
the Polar Bear defense, too. Who were able to shut down those wide receivers.
Exactly.
And button things up a little bit across the middle there. Even though they were able, it was a typical bend but don't break defense. You give up 500 yards, that's not a really good performance by that defense to give up 500-plus yards to a team like Heidelberg, who's been struggling and needed this win and wanted this win. But they didn't break. They didn't give up, the points that the Heidelberg probably should have scored. and they came back and were able to do the right things offensively.
Yeah, Zach Smergy made a couple of nice plays. That one on the 4th down where he shoestringed the guy and he got down. He was short about, maybe a half a foot, and that switched it over. They could have gone down and got a drive and maybe an onside kick. But Smergy played an excellent game, made some great plays. Millard came up big when he needed to, had a couple of nice plays, couple of sacks, that really made Heidelberg rethink their game. And I think that was the biggest, biggest turning point was, the second half when Lacey went out. I really think that took them out of their game plan just a little bit, the mixing the plays.
Yeah, no doubt.
I think it was a Sanchez that came in and ran 3 straight times, did not get very many yards, couldn't get a first down with a 2nd and 5 when it couldn't go anywhere. So,
well, it doesn't get any easier for the Polar Bears, who are on the road next week to a tough John Carroll team, and then of course the perennial powerhouse Mount Union on October 10th. Those are the next 2 games for Ohio Northern. For Heidelberg, it's Otterbein on the 3rd, and then Muskegum on the road to Muskegum on the 10th, and then after that they have to face Mount Union themselves. So Heidelberg will fall to 0-3. Ohio Northern will improve their record to 2-1. Let's take a look at our sponsors for tonight's game. Once again, Schwiedemann Pharmacy, Francis Furniture, 4U Office Supplies, Wagner IGA, ONU, Minster Bank, Minster Dental, QP Hamburger, First National Bank, Sydney Body Car Star, Bud's Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, in Salina, and of course our friends here at NK Telco Sports. For my tag team partner, Ron Bucky Buchanan, I'm Big Dan Wilson. Want to thank Isaac Sell and the crew down in the booth for a fine game this afternoon. Homecoming from Ada. It's going to be a beautiful night tonight on the campus of the Ohio Northern University, because the Polar Bears bring home a victory on homecoming day, 34-20. Once again, for my tag team partner, Ron Bucky Buchanan, I'm Big Dan Wilson. Make it a great night tonight, and here's seeing you in Ohio country.